here this morning. We're so roomy. What's going on? I'm cozy today.
Are we shrunk?
I don't know what's going on.
Good morning, everybody. I haven't even had a sip.
Me either. Cheers. Good morning, caffeination. Cheers.
Is there anybody out there?
In our super adorbs sheepy mug that I love. Okay, Jodi, share with our friends what your order is. What are you drinking? Everybody wants to know.
Okay. Venti, brown sugar shaken espresso.
Yeah.
2/3 decaf.
Delish.
Instead of 4 shots in it, I only like 3. So a
Okay.
triple, 2/3 decaf. Extra brown sugar butter sprinkle. It's just a little, it's almost like a little salty sweet sprinkle on top.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
It sounds delicious. Sounds delicious.
So good.
I don't think I have it on Do Not Disturb. Oh, I can do it on my phone. Just do that. Right? That first
So good.
sip, I can't even. Cannot even.
So,
Good morning. Hello. I see
Hi, everybody.
you. I see you.
hello, Kelly, Jessica, Sarah, Lynn,
Hello from Montana.
Norway.
Love it. Norway. Good afternoon, right?
Yes.
Good early evening, maybe.
Barcelona. Good
Where?
morning. Hello, Kelly. Barcelona.
Hello from Vancouver Island. Get out of town. You're up early. Well, it's not so early, but
Yeah.
good morning, Anne. Montreal. We're doing another roll call.
Do you think we should remind Mom,
Sure.
just in case?
Sure. I have a feeling she knows, but yes,
Probably,
always
right?
reminding is
Because
a great
it's
idea.
a day off.
And it's it's a weird day. Port Moody. Tammy from St. Louis. Woo woo.
Washington.
Oh, you guys are so
Philly.
cute.
Hello, Jen.
It's so nice that you guys come and pop in and join us, especially it's a terrible time for most people, and now it's on a different day, so we really appreciate this.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Kath.
And Star.
Jordan with a Y.
Jordan with a Y.
I have
like
my
your
Jordan. Jordan with a Y. Megan from Minnesota.
Good morning, Amanda. The
That's what I
craftiest
forgot.
jackalope. Oh, that's okay. Next time.
We'll show them.
What's wrong with you?
Are you
Next time.
fucking with me right now? Sorry.
She's like, this is all I have today because I forgot everything else. No, you guys are so funny.
And you know
It's
what?
all good. It's all good.
You know when I got it? Good morning, Star. Do you know when I got it? The afternoon of our last podcast.
So it seems like forever ago. Good morning. Good morning. Oh no, somebody's not feeling well. You guys, I had a bug last week. I don't have any cute anecdotal stories from our last week because it was a stomach bug and nobody wants to hear about that. I feel 1,000 times better. Life is back to normal.
Good.
That's all you need to know.
It's always, you said it, the nausea was so strong.
Oh my God.
That's the worst.
It is terrible. And I
Yeah.
said to you, those poor people that have to deal with that like on the regular, it's rare that I get sick enough to be like barfing, but you feel like pathetic.
Sometimes you feel better. Sometimes when you do throw up.
Guaranteed every time. Like it's worse, and then it,
Really?
push it over the edge and you feel much better. Anyway, it's all good. I got, no knitting even. That's how you know you're sick. No coffee, no knitting.
Can you imagine what you would have gotten done?
No. Yeah, exactly, right? We can all hear good morning, Mom.
Good morning.
You can hear Ellie protecting our space. She's barking at anybody that comes down our sidewalk. I wish there was a translator. I would love to know what she's barking, I feel like she's saying, help, let me out.
She's keeping the neighborhood safe.
She does. She does. She's a vicious guard dog.
Ellie.
Can it, guard dog? But yes, you can show and share that way this time.
Yeah.
Those are unbelievable.
So,
And the rainbow of variety that you can choose from.
I got two. I got the unicorn and the multi. The unicorn is kind of holographic, and then the multi is just fabulous. But this is what I'm talking about, you guys. The Crafty Jackalope has branded, you can see an embossed little Crafty Jackalope logo on top. These water bottles, screw-off top water bottles.
And of course, they're total bling.
They're so good.
I've never seen anything so cool.
You know what I was wondering? I'll show you the colors I got, you guys. I was wondering if I should take one to Ireland.
I'm bringing a water bottle.
Are you?
It doesn't look anywhere as good as that one, but yes, I'm bringing one.
Okay.
Only because I need to drink more water in general in my life, you guys. I'm just one of those people that doesn't stop and make a point of that.
Yeah.
Like, so it's bad, I know. I'm trying to do better, so we'll see how it goes. I bought a cute yellow little water bottle, but they're not. Now I hate it.
Now it's ugly.
Now I hate it after looking at those ones. Okay, so I need to place an order.
So good.
Those are gorgeous.
So good.
Yes.
Well, I bought one to give away
Awesome.
and one to keep.
Well, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah. So, well, it would be more amazing if I actually brought it. Whatever.
I believe you.
Okay.
Amanda said I need a sparkly water bottle. You're right. Even just for the fact that it's like a happy thing. Like,
It does.
how could you not just love something like that? It's not
Yeah.
a boring old water bottle. It's like
Yeah.
a statement. Bring it on.
Sorry, my nose is running.
I made the mistake. This is so ridiculous. Those lovely mirrors that we have in our bathroom that
You didn't.
it's like a million
Magnified?
times. Yeah. So it's like, my pores are caverns. But honestly,
Don't do
I
it.
made the mistake of like looking up my nose.
And the hair?
Yeah, don't ever look up your nose. It's
Really?
yes, no, don't do it.
Oh no. Okay, I won't do it. I was just putting on a light layer of like BB cream this morning but then I look at my face and the hair we're coming back to the hair. But just the hair layer that grows.
I know.
If I was dark hair, I would look like a man.
Well, I would have to invest in some way better hair management things like
You know what I've been
electrolysis
seeing a
and
lot of?
laser.
Do you remember the Epilady? We did talk about,
Yeah.
well, it aggressively pulled hair
It's
from
a
the
spring
root.
that rips the hair from the roots.
So now what they have, we talked about this before, but it comes up on my For You page a lot. An at-home laser removal tool.
This is where your love of DIY might come to bite you in the ass.
Well,
And also, I am such a skeptic. I don't believe anything really good can be bought for at-home use. The good things are in the doctor's office.
I'm going. Oh, I think I'm going to try it. How about I
wanna
try it and
hear
report
all
back?
about it. I have actually seen that and thought to myself, oh, that would be amazing. You could do it at home at any time of day and you don't need an appointment.
Yeah.
And then I thought to myself, really? I feel like I'm being scammed. I
Yeah.
feel like it's really not the thing.
Hair color matters
It does.
with hair removal.
Like I've looked into laser hair removal and not a candidate because none of it's dark enough.
Like, how dark is dark?
You're too blonde probably for it to really work. So you're kind of screwed. Speaking of all of these lovely things, which I tie kind of to menopause, Jodi and I at the office yesterday were listening to such a good podcast.
I'm too blonde. Okay.
And I want to share it with you guys because I think there's a lot of our fellow people here that are in that boat, right? And we joke about hot flashes all the time, but I feel like there's not a lot of good information about menopause. And every time this doctor said something, I was like, what? What? Oh my God. So it is we listened to the Mel Robbins podcast.
If you're a woman,
There she is. There's Mel.
you need to watch that. You need to listen to this.
And I do think she's also on YouTube. I think this is filmed as well. So this is episode number.
Amanda, you must, if there anything you do this week, This is what you
I'm
must
not
do.
kidding you, you guys. It's not even that terribly long. It's with Dr. Mary Claire, who I love, where Dr. Mary Claire Haver. And she did just come out with a new book and everything. I haven't read it, but I tell you, this
How do you spell?
podcast,
Marie?
like Mary, and then Claire with an E, and then Haver, just the way it sounds. Anyway, give it a listen if you're in the same boat as we are. Loved it. It was fantastic. Anyway, I feel like we're always looking for podcasts and stuff.
I already followed her on TikTok. She is mesmerizing to listen to.
Totally. I follow her on Instagram as well for a long time. And I remember that I was looking forward to her book coming out, which I haven't got yet, but I will. But I love listening to people have conversations about stuff. So I'm a big podcast.
I have to say, being a woman, I almost feel embarrassed how little I knew about this
You
topic.
shouldn't. And I feel like that is the point of it all. She goes on to say how little they are taught in medical school, even as, becoming an OBGYN, which is all women's health, that they literally still don't know enough about menopause to even have it. That's bullshit, actually. Now they know.
Yeah.
Now it should be included. But as she was learning to be a doctor, she said it was like, yeah, they go through menopause.
And it's
a bummer.
Interesting that it's just our generation. I feel like that people are really starting to dig into this and kind of like shine a light on how these symptoms can rule your life and affect your life for many, many, many decades, more than a decade.
Well, and so you and I were listening and working, and then we quit work, and we haven't got to the part where she's like, do these things to start feeling better with your menopause. So that's the other part of it we have to listen to. But
I hope it's not lose weight because I'm out.
But she does, the tips and tricks are coming. So, I mean, and it made me wish hormones are fucking shit show.
You'd feel terribly.
There's hormones.
Yeah.
Issues.
For our mom and earlier generations that are just like,
right.
You're either crazy or you're just going to deal with it.
Right. But the things that estrogen does for our body for our whole life, and then it's gone, and all of the things kind of start falling apart. Like, it's crazy what we were learning yesterday.
Yeah, you guys.
So our question was, well, why isn't everybody taking estrogen? So anyway, I don't know the answer to that. I'm looking forward to digging more into it because I feel like people need to be better prepared for this part of your life.
And start when you start getting symptoms, not when you're like in the thick of it and can't cope another day with the shit you're living with.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Be educated enough that we can know and see our symptoms, that we're going to get help earlier on.
Right. So I feel like the norm is for even OBGYNs to not know or teach us as much as we need to know, right? So I don't even have an OBGYN anymore. I only had one when I was having babies.
Right.
I just have a GP.
That's kind of what our system is here with, but there is a women's health like building.
Well, I want to go.
At the
I want to go.
Alec.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Chin Hairs podcasts.
We are a knitting podcast.
Surprise. Who knew?
A knitting sprinkled with a little bit of other funsies.
Yeah, if people are just finding us, I wonder if they know that we're sisters. Right? We never talk, well, I don't know. I don't know how obvious it is, or we never really, I guess we talk about mom, so people should know. Anyway.
I could be referring to, like, I could be your sister-in-law when I said mom. Does mom know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Anyway,
we've been here a while. It's been 8 years. Mwah.
We're sisters.
This is episode 201. We didn't even talk about episode 200. We had no idea. We had no idea. So that's crazy. That felt like a milestone.
Do you know what's funny? After listening to that, or starting to listen to it and realize, and I'm not learning everything right yesterday, but it's amazing how much information I didn't know.
In this podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really wanted my husband to listen to it.
Yeah.
So he doesn't think I'm fucking crazy.
Right. You were literally chemically whacked your body, right? At the loss of this hormone.
I cannot blame
I think there's a lot of
myself for going to get this new kitty. I'm blaming it on the menopause.
Right. I had brain fog and I didn't even know I was at the cat shelter.
I forgot.
And I'm surprised I only brought home one. But there are some really negative side effects. You know, there's people that suffer from depression and all these like bad things. We're talking about chin hair and, you know, weight gain and bad sleep and what that's all bad too. But there's even worse things. So you can maybe you don't know it's tied to your hormones.
Well, listen, the whole week leading up to my cycle is sometimes I feel like I want to punch somebody so hard and I have zero reason to. Like but like you annoy me so bad.
But yeah, totally.
I want to throat punch you.
PMS.
Right?
Back off, everybody. It's mom's throat punch
there's
week.
zero reason why I need to be annoyed or angry at all.
It's not like a conscious decision.
No.
It is being out of whack. Anyway, it's crazy, you guys. So we just found that really helpful. And maybe you want to listen to it and dig into it. Or maybe you didn't know about that doctor and maybe she sounds good to you.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Download it. Listen
Yeah.
to it in the car.
Yeah. Listen to it at the dinner table with your whole family. They'll love it. So what about you? Anything new and exciting these last 2 weeks? It's been busy. We're getting ready to hit the road.
I packed.
I'm so
So
proud of you.
So here's what I did is I got out the suitcase. I put everything in there I think I need. And now I have to, that's
And
my
how does it
first
look?
edit.
How does it look?
Probably a touch heavy.
Okay.
Not my bag heavy, but a touch like I have like 10 t-shirts, 4 white, 6 black. Is that too many?
Yeah. Are you planning on using the laundry facility at any hotel? I feel like 3 and 3 is enough.
Is it? And like
think
2
so.
pairs of jeans, a light and a
I have
dark.
little packets of Tide for us. Like if we want to do a sink of, not underwear apparently, but
You guys, okay, I'm throwing away underwear.
what is going on? Okay.
Full disclosure, I'm throwing away underwear. I know it's very wasteful, but here's the thing. I only had to buy one new package because I've been saving underwear that I don't really love that I could have gotten rid of. So I'm
You're bringing sad underwear that should go in the
Yes.
garbage, and that's going to be
and
in the
every
garbage.
day I'm throwing away underwear.
Okay. So there you go. There's a nice little corner of your suitcase that's going to be able to fit yarn.
You know what? I don't want to have.
Did you think of this yourself, or did you hear this on TikTok?
I believe I heard it. I believe I heard it.
So like a
I can't
17-year-old
pinpoint it.
travel blogger said, just
Yes.
throw your underwear away.
I'm throwing it away.
Listen, let me know how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home with a suitcase full of dirty underwear. Ew.
You and Amanda and Fiona are going to have a gross, stinky bag because you have.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think it'll be unless there's something really weird going on.
Unless your
I don't think
pH
it's gonna be
balance
that
is
way.
off. No, but listen, here's the other thing. I could be putting it in a little zip
Yeah.
travel bag.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Thank you. Cooped Up said, Rachel said her mom does that too.
Okay.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
Sharon, a panty liner would also be an excellent solution. Now and Amanda said that. I wonder, am I doing it the wrong way?
Buying extra underwear just so you can throw it away? No, I'm pretty sure that's the right way. No, I think there's lots of ways to do it. Here's what I'm thinking. I am more than willing to throw away all my dirty underwear at the end of the trip just to fit more yarn in my suitcase.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. I think it's hilarious.
Thank you. I'm getting
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
it's
chuck
bad
it.
or wrong. It's just one way. I think it's hilarious. I've never said that's crazy. I just like, let's
No, you
see
did.
how it goes.
You. It was just like
No, there was the pause because I'd never heard of it.
No, that's what I mean. Like if you hear about it for the first time, yes, it's very wasteful, you guys. Like, although I have to say I did get a pair, like a $23 Amazon like seamless bikini underwear.
How are they?
For $22, 7, right? So I got that, and
So
then
hopefully you like them. Are you just going to try them when you're on the trip, or are you going to try them before? Please try them
I
before.
bought 2 sizes too small. No, I believe they're going to work, but yes, I will try it on.
Okay.
So this is what I'm thinking.
I think it's hilarious. We want to hear back later how it
Okay,
went.
good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
But that's just.
I think it's. Listen, there's all kinds of wacky, weird travel trips, and how do you know if they're good unless you try them?
Wasteful, yes, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. That's my plan.
Packing's the worst.
Okay, so
it.
I've done my first edit. So I actually haven't done an edit. So I've packed.
Yeah.
So I will do one edit and then maybe another.
Cool.
And just take a couple things out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Today's the day the suitcase is coming out, but I've been washing sweaters and things. Like, I think I'm very ready.
How is it my suitcase has stuff in it and yours doesn't?
I don't know. Because I am a giant procrastinator with packing because I feel like I'm bad at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, it's no big deal.
Yeah, like half of this underwear, you guys, is old that I've saved.
It's garbage anyway.
It's garbage underwear, right? Yeah.
And you haven't thrown anything away yet, and you
No.
may or may not. So there's absolutely...
Yeah.
I actually kind of think the whole wearing your old underwear and getting rid of it on the road is not a bad idea.
And then somebody, you know what? I get people are saying, that it's their garbage and stuff, but it's teeny weeny. But then, like, I don't know.
Well, what do you
I don't
think
know
goes
what the
in
answer.
garbage? Nothing nice goes in garbage.
Right.
Anyway.
Not everyone's going
I'm
to
a
agree with my
procrastinator.
choice.
No,
You're a
whatever.
procrastinator, but
Yes,
today's the
total
day.
procrastinator, totally. And I'm making a nice dinner tonight because the kids are coming for dinner. So, and we're not here for Easter, so I'm kind of doing like an Easter ham. Ham is the rock star of nice dinners because you hardly have to do anything to it.
Okay.
It's like pretty much done.
Here's my other suggestion.
Okay.
So, slice potatoes about 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah.
And don't do the old scallop potato way, laying this way. Do them this way.
I saw that recently.
Do them this way. You can put a few onions here and there if you like. Make a bechamel.
Yeah.
With make a cheese sauce. Pour it over.
Yum.
Add cheddar and bake it.
Totally. Delish. I love a baked cheesy potato.
Are you making a potato?
We're doing pierogies.
Not a side of potatoes?
No.
Yeah, I guess those are
Pierogies
potatoes.
are stuffed with potatoes. That's how we're doing it tonight.
That sounds really good.
And also because I am going to be packing while the ham is cooking. Like I'm going to be it's a multitasking dinner.
Okay.
So all the yummy things, but things that don't take
Oh,
a
that
terribly
sounds
amount
so
of time.
good.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, all those I love potatoes. Potatoes, one of those things I could never, ever get rid of.
You know what I did make yesterday and it was really good? And I know we're going to get to knitting. A bechamel, like a cream sauce. Georgia's got migraines, so we avoid aged cheese, which is my favorite thing in the world, like Parmesan and Romano and stuff. So I put in it those little triangles. What is that stuff called?
The Happy Cow. No. Yeah, I know what you're
Laughing
talking about.
Cow.
Yeah.
And there's one that's a garlic and herb. So it was a cheesy cream sauce on pasta, and I grilled chicken and made a basil oil and drizzled this pureed basil. It was freaking fabulous.
Really?
It was so good. Kind of pesto-y version, but without the parm. It was so yummy.
I was at Costco the other day, and I was getting socks.
Underwear.
I'm not going to throw away socks, you guys.
That's crazy talk.
Right. But I'm on the quest for finding my favorite pesto sauce.
Okay.
So I got the Kirkland one. It's about this big. It's not ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
But you always make like your own tzatziki and stuff. Why don't you make your own pesto?
I've never made my own pesto.
It's
I've never
easier
even
than
tried.
tzatziki,
Probably.
right? Toast
Yeah.
your pine nuts, throw it in a blender. Bob's your uncle.
With basil and oil and garlic, salt.
Parm.
Oh, that sounds so good.
But anyway, everybody needs a shortcut.
Kirkland Costco pesto is amazing. And you can freeze it in little like half cup or
Yes.
whatever measurements.
Because there's so much fat in it. It
Because
freezes
it might
great.
be like a 500, which isn't even that huge. But yeah. So
What are you
good.
going to put it on?
I don't know.
Chicken. So good on chicken.
I was going to make like a balsamic bruschetta mixture. And then
Yes.
like a pesto toasted bread.
Yes.
From Babos, remember?
Yeah.
That's what I make.
Their bruschetta had a pesto topping. Oh my God, I love it.
Oh my God.
Okay, so travel tips and dinner ideas, people.
That's so funny.
Let's get into knitting. Jodi, you're a vision.
You guys.
You're a vision.
This, I'm going to remind you, I'm knitting the port sweater by Ozetta.
Okay.
And it was such a beautifully written pattern. The gauge is like 16 stitches. This is my happy place.
What size needle did you use for that?
5.5. Let me see what it says in the pattern. I followed the pattern. I got gauge. Everything is great. Actually, maybe I didn't get gauge because I picked the size that was 55 inches, but it ended up being 51 before it was blocked. And I'm actually glad it was that because that was better for me.
Yeah.
I think I'm knitting one size
Jodi,
too big.
55's a lot of positive ease.
Right.
So it's this gorgeous heathered neutral vision.
That's what I was totally look at the drape on this.
Well, when you talk about your yarn, I mean, yes.
This is Sonder Morning DK, and it is their offline color, which is undyed. And I dyed in our Majestic Fluff, our new stone color to match. I just wanted it very tonal.
Which is an alpaca silk cashmere.
It's got 10% cashmere, 10% less alpaca, and then 10% cashmere. It's beautiful.
Oh my God. It's way more than beautiful. It's so luxuriously soft. I feel like if people have issues, maybe they've got some wool in their stash, they think, oh, this is just too scratchy for me. This is such a good idea to hold it with something like this. It totally changes. Not that I feel like the Sunday Morning DK's next to Skin Soft anyway. It's such a beautiful wool. But some people are more sensitive or just have trouble with stuff like that. I think this is a great idea to hold
really soft.
any kind of a Surrey alpaca, but this is even a little smidge softer.
So you guys, look what I did. So you start at the back and work that and then pick up stitches and come down. And then the collar, if you guys remember, it's picked up after. Her instructions for picking up the collar as well as the sleeve is perfect. And the way she has you slipping stitches makes it super easy, and it literally makes it look like it's seamless.
It's gorgeous.
It's a really gorgeous.
You were over at my house and you had just picked up a sleeve and you said, oh, this looks so amazing with the way she has you pick up the sleeve. And I was like, what? What's the secret? Like,
I don't think there's a secret.
Well, were you slipping the first stitch of every row?
You might have been. I can't quite remember, but she said, yeah, this will be the picked up stitch.
Well, that's a good reason for people to buy the pattern because you noticed a difference.
Look at this, you guys. Like, you cannot see. So this is the stitch. This is the picked up stitches edge.
See, and
right?
there are little tips and tricks to make things cleaner or whatever you want to call it, right?
There's a few short rows right up here after you pick up the stitches originally, just to build a bit of a cap before you just start knitting in the round. It just makes it lay nicer.
Yeah.
Right? Those are beautiful details. There's this little detail of knit one, purl one just for 6 stitches here as you're building this across, right? That's a cute little
It ties
detail
into all the edges, right? It's so pretty.
So this is the little seam right here along the back. It's quite
Also very clean.
behind the shoulder. That's where you're going to pick up the stitches and come forward. And then I did a sewn bind off for the very first time.
It looks incredible. I love your edging of the black.
I didn't do it on the very bottom, but I did it on my cuffs. Now that I look at it, I think I did 2 rounds and then bind off, but this is just 1 round, which is okay. But I put it on and thought this might be my very, very, very favorite
it's
sweater.
your first time knitting an Ozetta pattern, which is
Beautifully written.
You know, makes you want to knit more of them, having such a good, successful.
Perfectly written. Well, very clearly written for how I read patterns. I didn't have any questions. Lots of sizes.
What's the size range on that one?
This goes to
40 to 69 inches.
Yeah. And then you kind of pick a size
That's
based
awesome.
on how much ease you'd like in the in the
Right.
pattern. But yeah, this ended up right around the 50, 51.
It looks amazing on you.
I love it.
I love that color, that silvery gray, grayish we were talking about last time, kind of like a warm gray.
So I knit mine with DK weight, you guys, just so you know. I like a little bit, a stitch that's
What does the pattern say?
worsted with lace weight, and I did DK and lace weight.
Well, so maybe that's why yours turned out a little bit smaller. Did you get gauge or not really? You can't remember.
I thought I got gauge, but maybe not.
Anyway, it turned out perfectly.
Yeah.
Whatever happened is great. It's beautiful.
So that's all I've done, you guys. I've knit. I wanted to make sure 2 nights ago, Sunday night, I bound off very late. And so I was able to block it yesterday morning, and dry it with a fan overnight.
It is awesome. Isn't that fan a game changer?
Except I also have a spinner, so it's almost dry when I take it out of spinner.
But still.
Yeah, and
it's
then you
like-
have the fan blowing across it, and it's dry in no time.
Right.
Yeah, it really is.
That's awesome. That is awesome. It's a giant raving success. So you're going to pack that in your suitcase.
Yes. And it's light as a feather, you guys. Light as a feather.
I love
The
it.
only thing I would like to say is this. If you were to choose a worsted weight superwash with a lace or DK super weight, you have to think about how heavier your sweater gets. Like, I feel like these patterns, don't you feel like there's weight to those yarns a little bit more? Like these light woolen spun, lofty,
Yes.
airy yarns.
Woolen spun yarn for sure is lighter. And yes, when you're thinking about chunky yarn or
Yeah.
Aran yarn or something like that, and then something that's, a size, a certain amount, right?
Yeah.
It weighs a certain amount. So yeah, even though it's 100 grams of yarn to wear, like you get more yardage on woolen spun, right? So
This was
with
the
100
end of
grams.
my fourth. Like, I didn't even have to go into
That's
my.
awesome.
That was really good.
Yes, woolen spun yarn for me feels way lighter to wear. Which is why Brooklyn Tweed Shelter, even though worsted weight yarn is not my go-to weight of yarn, it is light as a feather, I feel, when I'm wearing it.
I could have done this in worsted weight, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love the feel of I think woolen spun more keeps you warmer and it's lighter. So yes, it's my
I do
love
love
it.
both, but for different projects and different reasons.
Yeah,
Right?
it's funny. You'll feel like sometimes when you're knitting something, it'll just hit you like, wow, this feels really light. And I guess there's reasons for that, right? The twist and the way it's spun and everything. I have a new sweater.
Can you believe we both have a new sweater?
No, yes, but no, kind of. You guys, this is the Ranunculus, which we talked about last time. It is by Midori Hirose. Usually these are eyelets. I changed them to bobbles, which I have to say I'm a giant fan of it. It is knit in Biche et Bouche Le Gros.
Look at the
lamb's wool.
speckle and color variation
Guys,
in there.
it's so good in person. I can't even tell you. It's called medium brown. It's like milk chocolate. It's a milk chocolatey kind of brown. I got 5 balls. Our local yarn shop, Statement Junkie, carries Biche Bouche. And I was having a major panic moment. I did not think I had enough yarn to finish this sweater. I was well into my 3rd ball. I had no sleeves. I had half a body left. And I was panicking. And you think, hello, the designer tells you how much yarn you need. Why? How did you get in this
Believe them.
boat? Let me tell you. I was double checking it myself. How did I get here? The pattern is cropped in the pattern. So you have to know how much body you want. Well, I was going to extend beyond what it said in the pattern. The sleeves are not full-length sleeves in the pattern. And even though my gauge was slightly smaller, it was 14 and a half stitches instead of 14. My row gauge was 2 rows more than the pattern. So I needed 2 more rounds of knitting to get the same 4 inches of length on the body. So that's more yarn, I think,
That's
right?
a lot. I never can get row gauge.
I
I don't
never
even look at it.
I never look at it.
Yeah.
Except for things like cables. Like you have to look at it more for like cables and stuff, and other things. I really should pay more attention to it. But I thought to myself, I was kind of mad at myself. How did I get in this boat? You're totally stressed out. You're looking for yarn. What happened? Like what happened?
You fell in love with the yarn is what happened.
Yeah. And I thought, so in the pattern, for my size, it said I needed about less than 600 meters, and I had 995 meters. So I thought, that's got to be plenty, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I panicked and ordered a couple of balls extra from a beautiful yarn shop called The Art of Yarn in Kelowna, which is also gorgeous. And you can probably even see that these are totally different. This is the Ellie.
Is that the mailman?
That's usually means the mailman's here, like when she won't shut up.
Does he like taunt her at the door?
No, it's just anytime anybody comes to the door.
Oh, that's so cute.
No, it's not cute. It's the opposite of cute.
We'll wait.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Anyway, so
yes, you can definitely see the difference.
So that was not an option to sort of blend that in, I thought. And so at a last hope moment, I sent a DM on the Biche Bouche Instagram account and said, here I am in the middle of my sweater. Is there any possibility you have this color in this specific lot number? And I thought, that's just a Hail Mary, right? Like, that's not going to happen. The next morning, Astrid said to me, absolutely, we still have this lot number. I couldn't believe it. It was the best customer service. So ordered right from France. And right away, I thought to myself, there's no stress now. Like I'm knitting and it's okay because it doesn't matter. I've got this extra ball coming. I know it's going to be okay because they send it FedEx. It's going to come fast.
Did you need it?
So I kept knitting. You guys, I had this much left over.
So you didn't sacrifice length.
I knit everything to the length they wanted. So I have a little bit of this left over. It is such a beautiful yarn. I had such a great time knitting this yarn. You said you wanted to make a hat.
I did. Thank you.
So take that.
Oh,
it's got...
How many more did you get? Did you only get one more?
Yeah, I knew... Okay, so what I did in the middle of all of this, your kitchen scale becomes your best friend.
Yeah.
So I weighed the ball of yarn I was working with and knit an inch on the body. I'd already split for the sleeves and found out how many grams of yarn it takes to knit an inch on my body.
Okay.
And then I, put the body on hold and I knit a sleeve. And I figured out how much I needed to knit a sleeve. And that's when I knew I have enough yarn here. So I was like, if I had only done that the day before.
Because just so you know, a designer will pad your pattern when they say you need 100 grams.
Usually there's like a 10
like
or
110. You probably only need
on
about
the designer.
85 or 90.
Right. Nobody wants you playing yarn chicken.
Yeah.
But when you go off pattern, off-roading or whatever, I'm adding inches, I'm making long sleeves, you're making all these adjustments, then that's not the designer's issue anymore. They told you, this is how we knit it, this is how much yarn you need. When you start making changes, then you're kind of on your own.
Yeah.
But it really helped to have a kitchen scale and weigh the yarn, and then I knew for sure that I had enough yarn. But I'm thrilled to get it. It was amazing service. It was such a lovely yarn to knit. I loved everything about it. And because I was ordering yarn from France by courier, I had to add a few more balls into the package. So I think you're going to like this too. This is so this was, the brown was Le Gros lamb's wool, which is like worsted Aran. This is their Le Lamb's wool. And they call it a DK. It's really pretty. This one's called Candy. And it's got, it's like a soft gray base with these bluey and pinky. Like, I just love the tweediness of it. And I think that's a really good really good tip that when you're using yarn like this, like these are, I think they card all the colors in and make a big run, and that's a lot number. And then the next time, it's obviously different. So when you need this yarn, you really, really need that lot number.
Yeah.
And it might be the same for things like Brooklyn Tweed. I don't know. But I'll remember that for sure. It was amazing. I love it.
Misty is wondering, how did you cast on and did you do the front short rows?
Okay. We sort of talked about the cast on last time.
Yeah.
Because I've had issues with way too big of a neckline. This is my third Ranunculus, and I've had big open necklines, and it's not so bad for a summer one, but I didn't want that for this woolly one. I just cast on with my long tail cast on the number they tell you in the pattern plus 10. So,
Okay, well, just a minute.
that's it.
Did you find it was too big, you said in the past?
Yes, because they use a very stretchy cast on.
Oh.
So there's so whatever the number is in the pattern, it was a tubular cast on, which is very stretchy.
Yes.
And then there was another kind of stretchy one,
Yes.
which had like kind of almost like a yarn over in between everything.
Do you do your ribbon, like your collars cast on first?
Yeah.
You don't pick. Okay, so the needle they suggest, the stitches they suggest plus 10.
I used my 5.5 millimeter needle for the neckline. I didn't go down a ribbing. And you know what? It sounds willy-nilly, and it totally is. But I was also perfectly willing to rip it out if I didn't like the way it was. So I did cast it on and knit the neckband, and then I put it on my needles kind of on a barber cord and tried it on. So I
good.
knew that it was going to fit basically the way I wanted it
Okay.
to. I did the short rows only at the back, not at the front. I didn't modify, yes, I modified my body length and I modified my sleeve length, but I didn't modify anything else. Well, I bobbles. That's it. But I knit the pattern the way the pattern's written, other than the bobbles and then making things longer. But
You know what? She should put this mod in her pattern.
you guys,
The bobble.
listen, if you're a bobble fan, you'll love it.
Yeah.
Another cast on that I would think would be amazing for this, if you're having issues with neck bands, the alternating cable cast on. It is stretchy for neck bands, but I don't find it too stretchy. And sometimes you just have to try things and see how it goes if you're unhappy with something. Right? I do love the alternating cable cast on. It's a knitted cast on, so it is easy to do. It's not fussy. If you're
Why is
someone
it
that
called
doesn't
alternating?
because you're alternating between casting on a knit and a purl. Yeah. So
I do love a
it's
cable cast
perfect.
on.
It's actually a beautiful edge for 1x1 ribbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah, I love it.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I loved it. I loved knitting this, and I love the way it turned out. And even though it is kind of like a heavier yarn, it doesn't feel super hot. Did I refer to a pattern for the bobbles? I did my bobbles like I did them in the Eclair Raglan by Laura Penrose. So I'd done that cabled sweater last winter, and they're kind of like an I-cord. I really like them.
Okay.
And the other thing I did for my bobbles is I knit them through the back loop on the next round, which that kind of
Yeah.
kind of keeps them sitting upright a little
Your
bit. and
bobble's
twist.
perky.
Right. We all want perky bobbles. Perky,
Is
round.
it an itchy? Yeah, if you're sensitive,
If you're,
this might not be the yarn for you.
I would compare it to like Brooklyn Tweedish.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But I also find that it softened up.
I don't think it's toothy at all. But if you're sensitive,
It's a wool sweater. It
It's a
feels
wool-
like wool, but it doesn't, to me, it is not scratchy wool at all.
I agree.
It is what do they say? I think it's fine merino or something. No. 100% lamb's wool, woolen spun. It's kind of a cool thing. The yarn is from Scotland. The business is in France, and it's like a Swedish family or a Norwegian.
It's a mashup.
It is.
It's a melting pot yarn. Listen,
But I just couldn't get over the customer service.
they have an amazing line up of wools that they have. So beautifully curated, you guys.
Many that I'd like to try.
Yeah.
There's a wool cotton that's over there. There's a wool cashmere.
And they're not all flecky like this.
No.
In fact, most are not.
Well, that's why I wanted to try this one.
Yeah.
And I think this one was sold out at our local yarn. I'm thrilled that this is available at our local yarn shop.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to order from France and you're closer to Edmonton, check out Statement Junkie. They are
Talk about baby sweater. Well, it's not a good one because you can't wash it, but great color.
You know what I was thinking? Cable, like mittens or something. But these are 50 grams, 170 meters. So 340.
Kind of like sport.
But woolen spun yarn.
It's light. It's hard.
lighter.
Yeah.
So anyway, I loved it. And then my order came with a cute little project bag. And I feel like
I love those bags.
And they also have amazing designs in their yarn. So you can go to their website and see, read about their business and where they are. And it looks beyond dreamy. Beyond dreamy.
I think anything you chose, if this was something you would like to try, any of their line in any weight, is stunning.
Yeah. It is on the pricier end, I did find.
Yeah.
But I only needed 5 balls for my, size extra large 50-inch sweater or whatever. But, if we're talking about all aspects of the yarn, there's that too.
How many sweaters are you packing for 3-week trip?
Okay, this is partly why I wanted to knit another neutral one so that I don't have to pack so many.
I had 5.
I think that's in the ballpark.
Plus the one I'll wear.
I'm parking my sparkle one, my sparkle
I'm not
sweater.
packing sparkles.
I am. I'm packing my vest.
Your pink vest?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'll wear it. I'll bring
Because
a top
I feel like
that'll go with it.
at dinner.
Yes. I'll bring a top I can wear.
Totally.
Yeah.
Jodi, I'm not quite there yet, but I do know that I'm going to pack. That 5's not. And I packed 4 sweaters in one of those compression cubes. Listen, compression cubes are your best friend when you're an overpacker.
Yeah,
they're game changer.
Okay. I do have something else knitted. Oh, and then I have this vest to talk about.
Oh, good.
Okay, let's talk about this right now. So,
okay.
Our friend Kathleen, who we met in Canmore,
yes,
she was someone who attended our retreat that we hosted.
Yeah, the Fiber Folk Retreat.
I should have showed this up before. She brought to the show and tell evening.
Oh, Jodi, this is that one.
This is this one. She brought to the show and tell evening this cutest little, it looks like a broken rib or a fisherman's rib vest that she knit, but she said she'll never wear it because she picked up a ball of yarn and it didn't match as well, and she can see the glaring line.
We could see the line. It wasn't glaring, but I know what she meant. Her knits were so beautiful. Every sweater she had was out of this world. So I could see why this bothered her to have the color change. And it's not that you can't knit with hand-dyed yarn or yarn in different dye lots. I'm sure to go back, she would do a round of each and just blend them together, but it didn't work out that way.
It did not work out
So she was
way.
very disappointed. And then you immediately popped up at the show and tell and said,
let me try and over dye
if you're willing, I'd be happy to dye it for you.
Well, she said she doesn't wear it. So there's no...
You're so nice.
We can't go wrong here because even if it doesn't work, we're no worse off because I don't wear it.
Pretty much.
So this was a really beautiful chestnut color, richer than it was this to start with.
I sort of remember it being a green, not kind of greeny.
So I first went like the charcoal gingerbready, and I did 2 different dye. Like I would dye it, I would dry it, and look at it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get a uniform. There was absolutely a line. So this is the 4th time I've dyed it, and I don't think I can dye it anymore. I think there's a point where the yarn just won't take any more dye. But here's also the trouble with this, is that there is a strip in here. You guys can see it right here. I don't know what There is
Maybe I need to sort of, but not really. Like this is so dark, Jodi, that it's not.
a band in here, you guys. I can't get, like, it doesn't take the dye like the others.
Isn't that weird?
Right? You guys can see it right there.
I mean, the best thing to
It's about 2 inches.
So you've dyed it black?
This is the bottom of it, and then this is the top of it. You guys can see? There's
yeah,
that.
now I can see it.
I don't know what yarn this was. It's beautiful yarn. I believe it's non-superwash. I think it's a fingering held with a fuzz.
Isn't that bizarre?
I can't get, and then the last one I did yesterday was a black wash over it. It's a really, really deep walnut now, but this is the front. And see, it goes all the way around that band.
Strange. I do see it now that the light's different.
So I'm going to send it back, but I can see, it baffles me. I don't know enough about all the yarns to say, well, I'm sure it might be this because it's not taking the dye properly.
I mean, maybe it needed to be a thing where you took the dye, like where you bleached, I don't know what you call that, where you take the color out.
I mean, it's very slightly
before you over dye.
There was so much dye I put on this.
Yeah.
I mean, she can.
It's interesting to know how this works.
But that band, just that one band.
Yeah, I see it.
Wouldn't dye properly, which is really interesting to me. And it's the dyes I use acid wash dyes that's good for like all like wool and silk and alpaca, like natural animal hair.
Right.
But this is the 4th time, and I just don't think I'm going to have a positive result.
Okay. Well, I love the like evolution of what this vest has gone through.
You guys, it's adorable. First of all, I thought I was going to felt it. By the amount of times I put it into dye, wrung it out.
Yeah, honestly, the yarn has held up really well. Whatever the yarn was,
yes,
it has held up very well.
So,
and the pattern is adorable. I would knit that in a second.
You guys, I wish, geez, does anyone know what this? I don't even know what this is. This pattern. I should have asked. It's got a little folded neckband.
Like it's simple and elegant. I mean, I feel like you would just wear the heck out of something like that. It looks like a broken rib pattern.
But look how beautiful that seam is, you guys, along the armhole.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Oh gosh.
And I actually love this color that you've got. Like it is a soft black, or the darkest chocolate.
It's like a kappa. It's like an espresso.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think she would have been unhappy with the color. It was very. No,
I think I remember.
Gingerbread.
I think
kind
I
of
remember.
like a medium gingerbread, but I was so bummed. But it's just that I don't know what that band of yarn was.
And maybe it is something that she could try and remove all the dye. Like
there's so much dye in this.
I know.
So I'm sorry, Kathleen. I'm sorry.
Everybody's saying they think it's the Friday slipover by Petite Knit. Oh, good to know.
Could be.
Good to know. I would totally wear the heck out of that.
That was
That's
my
a really
story
nice
with
pattern.
that.
That's a good one, Jode.
Yeah.
And bummer. I thought for sure it was going to be like.
I did too. It didn't matter how dark we ended up, but I'm just dumbfounded. Anyway.
Oh. Thanks for nothing, Jodi.
Sorry.
No.
It wasn't the positive outcome we wanted.
Very good effort. I have another FO.
I do too. Wow.
Look at us.
I do love this.
So cute. This was also knit for our little trip to go to Ireland.
Oh, it is. Mary Beth said it is the Friday slipover. That's really cute, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that.
How cute is this? This is, I haven't fussed with it, but whatever. It's just one of those little scarves, right? It is a new pattern coming out tomorrow. You could do it even tighter, right? So that it's like really cozy. It hides all your chins. All of them. This is the small fry scarf by Samantha Guerin.
Beautiful.
And it's coming out tomorrow. I think I'm allowed to share this. But you guys, it's a sport weight, textured. It's reversible. It's garter stitch and some slip stitches.
My question is,
Yeah.
what would the other side have looked like if you were just, like, I know you said it's reversible.
So have you ever knit anything that was like a rib where you're slipping one of the stitches and then on the back side it would be just all pearls, right? With a little bit of a channel where you're slipping that stitch, but the nice
it.
side would be on the front.
Yeah.
So this is like similar, but you're doing the slipping on both sides.
Beautiful.
So it's totally reversible. I love that. I knit this in Sonder Yarn Co.'s new base, newest one that just came out a little while ago, called Lux Sport, Sunday Morning Lux Sport. So it's the same wool that's in your sweater, but 10% cashmere. So it's a little bit of that, a little bit softer. So people that are, wanting to have that, but look at the halo. It's got the beautiful halo, just like the regular version. So they've got fingering weight, DK weight, and now they've got sport weight.
You know who's going to like this?
Who?
Jerry.
Well, I would knit her anything. It was a really great knit.
Right, Mom? You'd wear this. It's small.
I'm sure she would. Yes, it's small. I knit her a Sophie scarf, so she's kind of got a similar.
She'd like this shape.
Well, that's a great idea. But isn't it cute? So it's big enough to keep you warm, but it's not a giant scarf. I just feel like this kind of thing is so versatile. The pattern was fantastic. I don't think I've knit any of Samantha's patterns. I buy them and I love them.
Isn't
the
she
way
the
they
one,
look.
the Dickie that you just knit?
Oh, I'm a total liar. I knit the collar and collar. Yes. So super clear.
Yes.
Super clear pattern. So this is my second accessory. You're totally right.
She's not new to designing.
I
She's
don't
new
think
to me.
so.
I actually didn't really.
She's got so many sweaters, Jodi.
Yeah, I
like she's
know.
got so many beautiful
Can we
patterns.
just take a look at the shape and size of this and what you can do with it?
Totally. It's awesome.
Oh my God. How many skeins did you use?
One with a little bit of leftover. Look, these are my leftovers. So not plain yarn chicken. There's about 8 grams left here. But I actually did a gauge swatch. I was a good test knitter.
Can you speak a little bit to the pattern and share with us what you found worked best for?
Oh, yeah. So, Jodi, thank you for all the tips.
There's a lot of rows to this pattern.
This was so it's a pattern where, you're doing different things on different rows, and I like to pick up my knitting, put it down, and then I have a terrible memory and I don't remember where I'm at. So I just used a row counter, those little Cocoa Knits row counters, and it was game changer. I never lost my place in the pattern. I never had to frog anything, and it's not complicated at all, right?
But just to get a reversible fabric, there's a lot of rows. Not complicated, but just
it was
lot
not
of rows.
complicated pattern at all. But I found the row counter was a really big helper because, or whatever way you like to manage your rows, that's
I don't like to.
That's part of the pattern.
I like to come back and wonder where
I
the
would
hell I left off.
absolutely knit another one. I think it's a beautiful one skein project. I would also do fingering and mohair. If you've got a skein of fingering and mohair, you don't have, and the great thing about this is you don't have to be on gauge. I knit to gauge as a test knitter, but I think this would be amazing as a fingering and fuzzy yarn pattern, or just DK, but you would probably need 2 skeins of DK to get the yardage. I just think these kind of patterns are so versatile. I am going to wear, this was a knit specifically to take on our trip because we hear that it can be kind of windy or rainy or whatever in Ireland at this time of year, and I just don't have a little thing like that.
This is my other question.
Jodi.
When you're traveling to somewhere with moderate temperatures between 10 and 15 Celsius, what would you pack as layering pieces? Like, what would people pack?
Oh, you're asking the people?
But you and people.
Well, I'm taking a rain jacket.
Yeah.
With a hood.
Yeah.
I'm taking sweaters. That's a layer.
Yeah.
I'm taking t-shirts or shirts that can go under my sweater. so that if all of a sudden it gets hot, that you can peel things off.
Yeah.
But I did also bring a super thin Eddie Bauer micro fleece vest. Like it's down vest.
I have one, and it goes into a tube like this.
Yeah, it's super, super small.
Yeah.
So I could pack it in like a Ziploc bag if I wanted to. I don't think mine came with a...
No, but you know what I put mine in?
What?
One of the small zipper travel cubes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something you could wear under your... So that's what I'm doing when I say layers. I love that I've got a hood, a little something at my neck. I'm
Okay.
going to pack a little
Yeah, for knits.
wrist
Okay.
warmers.
Okay.
Right?
Wrist warmers. What
Yeah.
about, and then this is going to be your only around the neck knit? You're
Probably.
bringing- Will you bring a hat?
No.
Okay.
But you should, because you wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
I don't wear a lot of hats.
I'm packing this.
Anyway, you guys.
Just kidding.
It's coming out tomorrow. I loved it. And I think it's super, super cute. I love the yarn. The yarn showed the texture so well. It's woolly. It's still woolly.
It's still
this
wool.
yarn.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
it's lovely.
It is really nice.
So here's what I think you should do. I think you should pack a skein of sport weight yarn in your bag, and I think you should design a shawl this size.
Yeah, you know what? I have to say, I'm a big fan of the easy to wear knits.
I'm bandanas,
Yeah.
cowls, and little
I agree.
around the neck items.
I agree, Jode.
Is my new obsession.
So, yes, I've knit something of Samantha's. I knit the coffee run cowl, which you were giving me such a hard time about.
And I said, is she a newish? No, she's got 62
And there's
patterns.
Sam. There's Sam. That's how she's wearing hers. So I know people are going to love this pattern. And I love the texture. Like, I love the way it turned out.
Oh, I agree.
I also
It's
did
so
not
beautiful.
have a lot of sport yarn in my stash to choose. Like, I really
Yeah.
wanted to knit to gauge and do it properly and the whole shebang. So I was really glad to have this. But I did not have a lot of choices in my
But
stash
a
at the
fingering
moment.
and a fuzz would be beautiful.
Totally.
A fingering and a lace weight would be pretty.
So I knit this on a 3.5 millimeter needle. I do have a project page, so if I'm forgetting, all the information is there.
Yeah.
But don't you think this little thing is the perfect... Jodi, you should cast one or something like small on as a plain project, because we have a lot of plain hours.
I think I might shop your spin cycle and take one dyed in the wool skein.
You need two,
Why two?
because they're only 200 meters or something.
Oh, okay.
But no, yeah, totally, Jodi. Take what you need.
But do you think the worsted would be too heavy?
no.
Okay,
I
good.
think
I'm gonna do
these
worsted.
kind of things, I think you literally, what you have in your stash will work.
How fun would that be to use just a spin cycle?
I considered it.
And
The reason I didn't is because I thought the color would take away from the texture. It would still be awesome.
I'm not knitting that. There's too many rows for me to knit in that. Listen, no. I don't want to pay attention to a pattern.
Right.
I like to be able to look at it and cast on and then not look at the pattern again until I cast off.
Yeah, I get that. I like both. I loved knitting this. I love patterns where you slip stitches,
Oh, yes.
right? Like this is literally the easiest
I say that.
rows. Keeping track of the rows is the only thing that I would say is the heads up with this.
Yeah.
Just keep track of your rows. This clicker, let me tell you, it didn't hamper my knitting. I would just, as I'm turning, click, turn, click. Really.
I say that I don't feel like paying attention, but I certainly want it
Right.
to wear.
Right.
Yeah.
I totally get
There's
it.
the
I get
difference.
that. It's a beauty. Well, maybe I should make you one for your birthday.
This is the Sophie modified. Modified. Okay, look at this, you guys.
That's adorable.
I couldn't find. I had Surrey and fingering held for most of it, and then I couldn't find my Surrey. I ripped it off. So this part is mohair.
I can
and
see now that you've said that, but barely.
barely. Who cares?
Barely. No, Jodi, nobody, like you were never going to know.
Well, I feel like this is more like a fashion accessory than maybe something as
I
cozy as that.
Still think it's going to keep you pretty warm.
I just kind of thought with like a t-shirt and my jean shirt.
I love it.
but
I
this,
see it with like a white shirt and black everything else. Like,
Hold the phone.
I didn't tell you guys, this color is called Clean Slate, and I believe it's an undyed version. But there's so many colors of this yarn out now. Go for it.
Look,
It's freaking fabulous. I want to knit one of these too.
you can tie one.
I like these small projects on your neck.
My God, I can't do this backwards.
Are you looking for like a little square knot?
Yeah. There we go. I couldn't do it backwards.
Oh yeah, cute. Cute.
Right?
Yeah, super cute. So this is the Sophie scarf.
Just, I didn't go as far as, I just kept it about 1 3/4 inches, 2 inches. I think it goes about 3 inches.
Oh, okay.
But I did, and I didn't, I think, do it as long.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's a Sophie one modified.
So tell me about your yarn.
It is Frankie Gray, and it's in Barbie Girl.
It's so cute, Jodi.
It's bright. I don't know. I just thought it might be
It looks
fun.
great on you. It's such a good color for you.
I love it. Just something cozy.
As much as I love the neutral, I really imagined one of these in a bright. So
Sometimes something just around your neck when you have the chill,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You could just kind of...
And my coats and stuff are always kind of neutral, like navy or black or whatever. So I love a pop of color around your neck. And I think it's something that, I don't know, color can just freshen up your mood or brighten up your outfit so easily, right? And lots of people don't like wearing bright sweaters, like the whole outfit. But this is a great way to add just a little pop of something fun.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now, are you taking a pair of jeans? 1 or 2 pairs of jeans?
I'm taking pants. Like, yes, I'm taking,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. What else? Okay, that's it for my knitting.
I honestly, Jodi, I mean, I haven't shopped for a very long time.
I'm sorry. I haven't ever packed for a trip like this.
So when you say jeans, they're more like jegging, like
No,
yes,
yes, of course.
yes.
That are like 98% spandex. Those
right.
pants that look
They're super
blue.
comfortable. They're easy to like walk in all day.
Yeah.
And you've had Irish stew for lunch, so it's all
Oh,
good.
God, yeah.
Yes, I'm totally like.
Okay.
What else am I? I pretty much live in them.
Right.
Yeah. Listen, you know what I wear.
No, I
It's
know.
easy wearing stuff. Sweaters, pants. Now I'm all nervous. Now, if I didn't know what to pack before, now I really don't know what to
Okay.
pack. I would actually
Okay.
love a new pair of jeans. I don't have time to go shopping.
You could just go to Old Navy. North side, walk right in.
Never have any luck there, but
Even with their stretchy jeans, Rockstar, they're really high-waisted.
okay, I'll have to look.
Lots of stretch. They're Rockstar brand, and they're slim.
Well, maybe that's the problem.
No, like slim leg.
Yeah, I like
Slim
that.
leg, high-waisted.
I'm short,
Right.
you know, and my waist is sort of where I carry everything. So sometimes it just doesn't fit well or feel good or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we're just confessing everything today.
Do you have any more? Do you want me to tell my weight?
Can we just hop on the scale for
I
everybody?
did get a new
Not that I
scale.
care. Did you?
A Bluetooth scale.
What does it tell you?
Well, hopefully I'm not
I saw
projecting
you
it.
had that cupcake, Jodi.
Um,
Who cares? You know, it's a good way to. You know what?
You just put in your goal,
Oh, okay.
and there's no I think it's just kind of fun to be
feel
able to
like-
keep track.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Some people can get crazy about hopping on scales every day. I don't think that's a good thing. I think there's other ways to know if you're, if you're on a health journey. I think there's other ways to know that things are still going well.
For me,
Like, don't live and die by the scale.
I don't.
Basically, right?
I don't care the number I see on my scale. I
Right.
just
It's
like
a good
to see that
reference.
it's going down.
Right.
Do you want to see my cat right now?
Sure. Did you shave it again?
No. But Frank, he's so funny.
Aw.
That's him waiting outside the bathroom downstairs. Cats, they're so
They
funny.
live the life. They lay and sleep in the window all
Listen,
day.
I want to come back as one of my cats
Exactly.
in my next life.
Exactly.
Okay.
Do I have more knitting? Yes. I have one more knitting project.
Oh, that was Coco apparently. Whoops, my bad.
Hello. I can't even. Talking about a pop of color.
That was going to be my next thing to talk about.
Okay. Do you want to go?
So Hohi and Co had a new update. Get on their mailing list.
And a birthday. They literally just turned
Yes.
5.
Yes.
That's
So
a-
this was a brand new, a larger version of a bag that they've done.
It's called the Cubo. It's a square. Well, it is a cube. Like I think it's cube shaped.
It is similar to the Magpie collab bag, but I think slightly bigger.
And it's just deceivingly large inside. I'm surprised how much you can
Yes.
fit in this thing. Like it's way more than a
Yes.
one skein. It's not like a sock sack or anything. Like you can knit shawls and sweaters and all kinds of things out of it.
I chose chestnut.
I chose yellow, and it's got a huge pocket on the front, which you can put all. It's really a
Yeah.
giant pocket. You can put all kinds of stuff in it.
And I chose pink for a giveaway.
Oh my god!
I bought one for a giveaway.
Jodi.
How fun is that, you guys?
Amazing.
I was waiting for this bag.
Oh, I love the pink. I don't have anything in pink. Well, I had our neon pink pouch that I bought.
So this
That's
wasn't
a
neon. This
gorgeous.
is more like a magenta.
Super pretty.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
So I will leave this with you, and we will do a giveaway.
Jodi. Amazing, amazing idea.
Okay. Great bag.
I love the yellow. It's actually this pebbled leather, which to me is super durable, easy to keep clean. I love it. So, yes. Thanks, Hohi and Co. for making such beautiful things.
More to come. More cubos to come.
Yeah. It's been, I think people have gone crazy for this bag.
This shape I love.
It's very, very nice, medium-sized bag.
Yeah.
And so cute to carry. Like, honestly, if you have a color that you just love, it makes a cute little handbaggy thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to the grocery store, throw your keys in it and your wallet.
Right.
Yeah, I love it.
Right. You could have your knitting project, a small wallet, your phone, your lip gloss, your
Bob's your uncle.
underwear you're going to throw away. There's
I ha-
room for
I
everything.
have underwear in here.
There you go. A practice run. Are you going to tell us what you're knitting? Or no?
There was nothing in there.
Okay. I do have a project in mind.
Yeah, okay, good.
And then that's it for my knitting,
Me too.
folks. Okay. I'm going to show you a good picture of this because I don't have a lot happening. This is, I'm knitting along with the test group for the Space Time Sweater by Heidi Kiermaier. It's this one right here. This is actually a version that's got a ribbed with a tiny bit of roll edge.
That's
It's
amazing.
really nice. I have to say.
Is that what you're doing?
Here's the other option where you don't do any ribbing. This design, I think it's actually coming out pretty soon. It's got an option of a bit of an A-line shape if you wanted to make it kind of, but it's very minimalistic, right? So it's a really clean looking design. I love it.
Oh, you weren't supposed to show it today.
No, literally.
No.
I
it's
had
been
that
all over. Yeah.
I email anyway. I like my heart goes in my throat thinking that I've ruined something for a designer.
That would be me.
They-
Don't
there's
show
so-
Jodi.
There's so much planning that goes into releasing these things and designing and all that, and then some idiot on YouTube, look at this. Anyway, this is okay. I know it's okay because Heidi said it was okay. So again, this is sport weight yarn.
I'm listening. I'm just going on to
Knit it
Heidi.
in whatever you want to knit it in. Knit it in whatever you get gauge. The gauge is 22 stitches. I found it very easy to get gauge in sport weight yarn. Jodi, I picked a new to me color.
Yes.
Do you like it?
Oh, that's a good. Look at your skin as soon as you put that on.
Well,
You look pale and washed out.
Right, like don't wear brown. I don't know why you knit a brown
No,
sweater.
that's so good on you.
This
This gives your face like a pinky glow.
Well, it's okay. This color is a little bit of a chameleon kind of color for me.
It's rust.
It's a very, very warm reddish orangey tone. It's called Heirloom. It's also Sonder Yarn Co. Sport, Luxe Sport.
Oh, wow.
So this is actually a brand new color for her. This was a brand new color just released.
Was the other
on
one
the Space.
undyed?
Yeah.
This feels softer than the undyed
This
one.
was actually before the base came out. That was a trial, like test skein.
This is nice.
So it is. So there's like a difference in twist, I believe, and everything. So, but this is sort of like terracotta. It's called heirloom, like as in heirloom tomato, that already orange.
I got that.
And I went out on a limb.
I'm glad
and
you
thought,
did.
I'm going to pick a color that I don't have in my closet that I like, but I've never knit with. So I don't know if it's my color, but I really love it.
For me, when I see this color and know your neutral layers underneath, this is going to go with a million things you wear.
I think so too. And
Jeans
it's not a
and black.
brash, bright color,
No.
but it's a color. It's not a neutral in any way.
I'm so glad you picked this.
I almost picked gray.
No.
And then I thought to myself, I'm just not feeling it. You guys, I was like paralyzed by color choice. I did not know what to pick. There was an amazing hot pink. I mean, I love it.
Did it help when she showed the video of all the colors?
That video was amazing. So if you guys, I know you're following Sandra Yarn. She did a beautiful video from her studio showing all the colors when they arrived, all of those beautiful skeins. And I just think, I mean, I love it when a project teaches you something, and I think every project does usually. Like, you know, this sweater taught me about how much yarn I need and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And this, I think, is like an exercise in just like step out of your box, pick a different color. It's not the end of the world. Like, do it. I feel like
I love all of that.
Do it.
You have been, I
you and I were talking about it. I was like, I don't know what color to pick.
I feel like
puffball
color is obviously, it invokes feeling. So if you feel good looking at it, you're going to feel good knitting it and also wearing it, I think.
I think so too. And it's a very autumny kind of color, and I love fall, but I think it's fresher. I don't know what to say about it. I think color can be lots of things. Color's super subjective. I love it. I love this yarn. See, she has lots of pinks and blue. Like, the color palette is amazing.
Look at that.
That's a darker one, like a dark rusty. This looks amazing with pink. If I were to stripe this, I would put a pink with it. Like, this is amazing with a pink. Yeah.
Look at that like a blush kind of right beside it.
This yarn also comes in my favorite dirty clay pink family color. I think it's Sleeping Beauty, I think they call it. I almost picked that, and then
don't do it. I would have been mad.
I still might. I'm
gonna do it.
I'm totally gonna do it. And so when I block it, the roll will not be quite as pronounced.
So you chose not to do ribbing.
I chose not to do the ribbed version.
Mistake. Just kidding. I love this.
That's okay.
No.
You don't have to love it.
I think this is going to be stunning.
I haven't steamed it at all.
But
I love the minimalist
the
vibe
simplicity
of
it.
Yeah.
Stunning.
And it's shaped differently than any other sweater I've ever knit. It's a round yoke, kinda. But these are raglan markers on the sleeve. Like this, these are raglan. This is the center of your sleeve. So down your arm, you're going to see a little spoke. Like, so
I love that.
I haven't knit obviously far enough. I'm loving the knitting.
So you wanted to get into this before you traveled with it?
Yeah.
Is this the only thing you're bringing?
No, I'll probably bring a sock too. I get bored. Like I'll want to put something down and have something else. But so this is this pattern has a lot of sizing, and it's definitely size inclusive. I think there's 12 sizes in here, and it goes from what?
I feel like I should cast a sweater on to go, or do you think that's too bulky?
This has 3, 6, 9, 12 sizes with a finished bust of from 31.5 inches to 70.2 inches.
Nice.
Very nice.
This is going to be a classic staple in your wardrobe.
I think so.
That you can do it on your own, layer it with a collared blouse.
Yeah.
Layer it with a turtleneck.
I think, and it's shown quite long and with long sleeves, but this is so cute. This will be so cute for the cropped sweater lovers. So this is as I'm knitting along, again, I like to be able to just look at my project and know where I am, because I pick my knitting up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. I'm keeping track of my repeats by putting a little stitch ball marker on the first round of my new repeat, right around that stitch. That's round 1. And there's only 6 rounds in a repeat.
Question.
Yeah.
There's 6 rounds in a repeat.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot to me.
Only 2 of them have anything other than knitting.
Okay. So it's
So I only look at my pattern for round 1 and round 3. The rest are all plain knitting.
And do you have to look at it, or is it memorizable?
Now, so really, the only round that I'm really reading is round 1. Round 3, I know.
Will it become intuitive?
It is already intuitive.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. And I love the way Heidi writes her patterns.
Is this what it was knit in?
No. She knit it in a DK.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The yarn she used is a DK. Oh, and I'd really like to get it. I'd like to use it. It's a Sandness Garn Duo, which is 55% merino, 45% cotton.
Oh, nice.
So I'd really like to knit that. And I think it's one of those great budget-friendly or piles on the side.
Okay, so good, you guys.
Love it. So I chose to do sport. It is written for DK.
Look at this color.
I haven't steamed anything at all.
Tealy blue.
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Something that I love about this yarn is you can see, I don't know if you can tell on the video, but you can see the gray heathered underneath base. It gives it that little bit of not solid, right? It's heathered with the color of the natural base underneath.
It's beautiful. Look at this fun one. It's got a color changing.
I love it.
Looks like maybe a commercial.
That's Tanny Casey's, and that's a Noro yarn. And when I saw this, I thought this would be amazing in a color changing yarn. And again, I didn't have... I've got a lot of yarn that's fingering and mohair. And when I knit that, to me, it's a bigger gauge than 22 stitches. Right? Like, bigger.
Meaning the stitches, you have less stitches.
Right. So my gauge is looser. Like, that's usually like 20 stitches or 18 stitches for me.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Not 22. And then, yeah, anyway. So I'm loving it. I'm loving using this new yarn from Sonder. And I like learning new things, right? This is shaped differently.
Yeah. I love everything about it. Jodi just said that she's knit for her test knit several times and love every single pattern that she writes. Well fitting, beautifully written.
Totally.
Yeah.
I did that ship shape sweater of Heidi's, and I want to do another one. I want to do a summer one, and I think this Sandness Garn Duo would be an amazing choice for that. I think a black and white summer one would be so cute with a little pop of like red or hot pink or bright yellow or something somewhere.
How cute. Not yellow.
No?
You look like a bumblebee.
Yeah. See? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Or maybe hot neon coral.
Maritina, she's going to... Oh, let's talk about that.
Sure.
She said, I'm looking forward to seeing you in Venice.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yes.
How is that? Is it for sale already?
I don't think until the end of the raffle, but what do I know? Nothing. If you guys follow us on Instagram, you might have seen a really great Instagram chat we had with Paula and Andrea of Mayak yesterday. They have a great fundraiser going on right now with a bunch of raffles, and it benefits their this dairy, the Kangri Mitok. I know I'm not saying that right. Dairy project in Tibet with the nomadic community that farms the yaks and then harvests the down or whatever off the yaks to make all Mayak yarn. Well, these yaks also
produce milk.
They produce milk.
Yeah. And
so they have built this dairy, and it is producing, but it is it's sort of like on this tipping point. They're not producing enough to be productive and what is the right word? Profitable for the community. So they need to, buy a car that'll go around and collect all the milk from the farm so that they can make more yogurt. It's all about this culture, this community being sustainable and staying on their traditional grasslands and not having to leave their traditional way of life to go to a city that they don't really, this is how they want to live, right?
Well, Mayak with the funds has built this. Like
Yeah.
Andrea, who lives in Italy and is Paola's partner, they were the ones that they raised the money and built the factory to begin with.
Yeah.
But during COVID,
Yeah.
it was working at, I believe, much less capacity. The pipes, the
They have
people
to
weren't
shut
there,
everything down.
Shut everything down. The pipes burst.
Yeah.
So they've had a little bit of trouble. And so now they want to make it sustainable so these beautiful nomadic people who live there in Tibet can stay where they want to stay in their land.
and support themselves.
Yes.
It's not about giving like a donation or a grant or anything like money to these people. It's about building this business so they can support themselves in their traditional homeland, the way they've lived for so long. So it is a dream. I can only imagine the pictures of where these people live look so special.
I would love one day to be able to actually go there.
Yes. So anyway, all of this, if you go to the Mayak website, it.com,
Mayak.it.com.
you'll find something at the top. It says the 4 social good.
Right here at the very top. We're going to click on that.
And it's more than the raffle. There are amazing, beautiful things you can purchase. When you purchase them from this 4 social good page, all of that money is going to the support of the dairy. You can click on this YouTube video that shows you
It's amazing.
the people, the yaks, and it's really the right way to hear the story. It's such a nice, quick video.
We're getting it all wrong.
If there's a test, don't ask us. No, but I mean, I do. And there's also, so yes, you can buy things. You can support the GoFundMe. If you
There's a
would
direct
like.
donation, number 1. There's an enter or raffle, number 2. And there's a shop with purpose is number 3.
Yes, that's much better than what we've been saying.
There we go.
But if you do head down to the raffles, there are incredible yarny prizes. There are yarn bundles from the gorgeous Pearl Soho yarn shop. La Bien-Aimée, the amazing Amy, who dyes incredible yarn. And also Julie Hoover has designed this beautiful, stunning cardigan in the Mayak camel, a new camel yarn coming out. And you can win a sweater's quantity of that camel yarn. And probably, I'm assuming the pattern or something like that. As well as who are those? Who are those old ladies? Mayak does beautiful retreats. And next spring in May, they're going back to Murano, Italy, which is right by Venice.
It's an island off Venice.
Yeah. It's famous for their glass work. I'm sure people are familiar for Murano glass. They are having their retreat there in May next year. And this raffle, if you win, is a spot in that retreat. So you can...
We're being hosted.
So you can buy... We're going to be part of that retreat. It's still in the works as far as planning, but...
May of next year.
Yeah, May of next year. So you will purchase your airfare to get there, and everything to do with the retreat is you've won. So it's going to be almost 5 days, being shown Italy by Italians and immersing yourself in the culture and meeting knitters. It's going to be, it's one of those bucket list incredible moments. So
the nice thing about this raffle is you get to buy tickets for what you'd like to enter for.
Yes.
It's not just one ticket gets you entered for all the prizes.
True.
So it's 20 euros will get you an entry, for example, for this raffle for us. So you can buy as many as you want. If you buy 5, it gets you 5 entries into it.
Right.
So 100% of the proceeds, less any PayPal fees, is going to go to the people of Tibet.
Yes. So read everything there. Read all that they've said before you hit buy. You can buy your Bestia ticket.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you like. We
wanna
just
buy-
wanted to share with you that all of those proceeds are going to this project. And it is for the month. There is a deadline. The tickets are only available until either they sell out or at the end. There's an end date here, the end of April. So
It is such a passion project for Paola and Andrea to be able to work with and for these people in Tibet to be able to curate this life for them that they get to just live off their land and
well,
profit.
and it's been a very long standing, like 20-year relationship.
So for us to be able to be just a little part of the journey of getting them to their goal, we couldn't be more excited.
True.
We really couldn't be
Yeah.
more excited.
Yeah, it's and maybe you don't know the story of Mayak. Maybe you want to look it up. It is very interesting in that it is based. The Mayak yarn grew out of the relationship with this community. So
It didn't start that way.
it didn't start like, hey, we're going to make yarn. Let's go find some yaks. It's totally the opposite of that. It's completely the opposite. So if you didn't see our chat on Instagram, maybe you want to go check it out. But there are lots of things. Mayak has their own YouTube channel, which I miss Paola being on there. She did so many great videos, but I know how busy they are. So please, when you're looking for something to watch on YouTube, you may want to just head over there because there's already great content.
So the raffle for the spot in the retreat is 20 euros for one ticket. Each of the other bundles are 10 euros to be able to buy. Also, the shop with purpose is, it says purchase from our selection of Mayak ready-to-wear accessories at special pricing. Know that it's the 100% sales are dedicated to support. And okay, so
There's beautiful choices here, you guys. This pashmina wrap is 100% cashmere.
100% cashmere.
I have to look at what everything is. I love the tie. Mayak produced some beautiful items over the years. And so there's some left. It's not like there's a ton, I believe.
Look at this tie. It's like a knit. Oh, so
Anyway.
cute. There's a pillow. There's a cape. Oh, that capelet, you guys. Let's just look at this. This is adorable.
Oh yeah, that's so cute. Anyway, if
So
you
there's
choose
several
to,
ways to help.
if you choose to donate to the GoFundMe, there's no such thing as an amount that's too small. And maybe you just want to read it or share it. That's free. You can, just tell your friends about it. We just wanted you to know what was going on. And if you are interested in going to the retreat, sign up for Mayak's emails. You'll know when that goes for sale.
Yeah,
And that's it. It was,
I love it.
it's such a pleasure to be able to tell you about a company that we think is doing wonderful things. Yeah.
Very special.
Very special.
We're so honored to call them our friends.
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
Okay, up next,
I remember the first time we saw Paola in person too, when we ran.
Stitches West.
Yeah.
It was the
Yeah.
first. I didn't even know you knew about Paola and her beautiful yarn. I actually didn't.
And you guys, my hipster shawl, I invested in beautiful Mayak yarn. It is still in
Impeccable.
from the day, so I test knit it. Like that's how old it is. It has traveled. The yarn holds up so well. I always think of yarn that's really soft that it's going to pill and be, because I've had that experience with cashmere. It's not like that. It's not like that. So
It looks like the day you bought it.
oh, it's so beautiful.
knit it.
I couldn't agree more.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
So, I got a new iPad case.
Nice.
Look, this is clear. I had to clean out the dry skin and stuff behind the case.
gross. It's the cheesy dust.
Right. But it's just like a $20 Amazon one. But I love it.
That's
love the
all I
color.
ever get. Or
No,
like,
I know.
I don't know. Is there anything else?
That's so funny. Okay, notebook. Favorites. So there's been some new patterns that have come out, you guys, that are pretty spectacular. This Alfie sweater. It is by This Bird Knits.
Oh yes.
It is an Aran weight. It's 16 stitches. You can get that with lots of gauges of yarn.
Yeah.
So not I look at gauge more than I do look at not necessarily just, but this is called for Aran, but 16 stitches is like a lace and a fingering.
DK and mohair.
Right.
For sure.
But look at this.
That's because you like to knit sweaters on a bigger needle,
I
like
do.
so that it's
Yeah.
faster and drapier. I think that's beautiful. I saw that.
Isn't that
Yeah,
stunning?
so beautiful.
Look at the cable.
It's a really dramatic, bold statement kind of cabled
I
yoke.
kind of wanted that.
Jodi, I think you should knit it.
Okay, this, you guys, I've been waiting. The Flurry sweater. It's brand new, and it's by Maria
Oh, that's so pretty.
Iseva.
Okay.
Iseva. Wait. This is lace and Aran. Let me tell you the gauge.
Oh, it looks so cozy.
16 stitches again.
So is that, did you happen to see, is it mosaic or is it color work?
I believe it's color work.
Because it's like 1 and 1, a gray stitch, a cream stitch. It's a
Yeah.
really pretty pattern.
I love the sharp raglan increases with
Me
the one
too.
color and then the heavy cuff and
That's
turtleneck.
gorgeous. Gorgeous. And so cozy looking.
Yeah. Andrew Mowry came out with this beautiful new shawl. I thought this had
was really
so
pretty.
much potential, you guys. It's a DK weight for those skeins.
It's garter stitch and like feather and fan. And those are two of my favorite things in life. I think it's beautiful.
This was a kit collab with Adela from Lola Bean Yarn, but I think
And someone else. Was it Ritual Dyes or
Explorer Knits.
Knits?
They did this one. Explorer Knits did the sparkles, and then Adela did the two gorgeous solids. Okay. So
Anyway,
this.
gorgeous sweater. I think it's called the Melt Shawl or something like
Sorry,
that.
it was called the Melt Shawl.
Yeah.
This one is called Pavok Vest.
That's cute.
It is fingering. I probably won't knit it just because it's 26 stitches, but I thought it was spectacular.
Wait till you see what I'm knitting this summer.
Really?
Yes, Jodi.
For all those knitters out there who like the fine gauged knitwear, I thought this was so pretty.
This is, that's a very common gauge with fingering
I
weight,
know.
color weight sweaters and stuff.
It's not crazy small, but it's
It
probably
must create just a beautiful fabric.
probably smaller than I want to knit, but
Jodi, look at that.
this is
This
so
is so
cute.
cute.
This is in Simply Knitting. Is that a magazine?
Oh, it's by Jane Burns.
Yeah.
She is such a wonderful designer, and she designs so many kids. She designs tons of.
But what's
lots of
Simply
things.
Knitting? April 2024. It must be
A
a magazine.
That might be one that we were even in one time. Isn't that so cute? If you look up Jane Burns patterns, there's tons,
Let's just go into Jane Burns.
and so many of them are cute.
Oh, you guys.
She wrote this amazing little sock book, and not little, but a sock book, and sent it to us. I think it was called Sunday Socks.
Okay, just have a couple more. Just a minute. I love going through patterns the day before we podcast. Isabel Kramer came out with one that's really pretty. I thought the lace work down the front. It's DK weight. Oh, it's Biche and Bouche Le Petit Lamb's wool, and their mohair held together.
Nice fingering and mohair.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, I love it. And I don't know why. I love Isabel Kramer's designs, and I need to actually put one on my needles because I love every single one she does.
The little rolled.
Maybe that's it.
The little rolled. Is it rolled? Yeah, I think so. It's having a moment. The little rolled cuff.
I actually love that edging.
What else? Let's go on Instagram. Should we scroll? Because I always save some
Oh,
here.
yeah. Let's just do that. Okay,
You know-
you do that.
Yeah.
Let me share a couple. Jodi surprised me in January with a Christmas present. And I was like, oh my God, you're so wonderful and crazy.
I forgot I even did it.
It's,
Until I got an email saying,
I think Jodi shops and then just puts it out of her mind. Okay.
what?
But how lucky am I? Because I get to benefit from it. So Gauge Dye Works, you know how much we love Gauge Dye Works, self-striping yarns, but different, right? Like there's always a little bit of a something going on, or she does shawl stripes and sweater skeins and stuff like that. So she does kind of everything that a self-striper will do. This is the January Yarn Club. And this colorway, this is actually a shawl. This is 638 meters, 150
Wow.
grams.
That could be a sweater for someone.
And the pattern for this, you actually got, so you get a pattern and a list of questions, and every stripe is a question. And you switch up your knitting as to the answer of your question. It's called Never Have I Ever. So never have I ever knit a fingering weight sweater. Well, if you have, you knit this pattern. If you haven't, you knit a different pattern. And that's sort of the way that this one goes. It is such a pretty combination of blues and greens and this gorgeous like tangerine kind of orange and aquas. Like there's just so many good colors in there. So it came out a while ago because it's the January one, but I haven't knit it up yet. But it is a shawl with such a fun idea. That's such a fun idea. How to do that.
She's very, very creative.
And this one
This I
just
love.
came. So
Did you read the email?
Yes. So if you're in the Gauge Yarn Club and you don't want to see March, look away because I'm sharing. This is another amazing fun idea. Here it is. This month is socks. It's intended for socks. You can do whatever you want with it. But the color striping, oh yeah, there it is. So the month before we received our yarn, Kat sent out an email. What's on your needles?
Did you reply?
Well, I don't think did you send it to me?
Oh, shoot.
I don't think I got it or I missed it.
Yeah,
But-
I don't think I did.
But there's the chart for what everybody had on their needles. Sweaters, socks, cowls, shawls, stuffies, whatever it is you were knitting. She assigned a color to those items and then proceeded to make a
Who thinks of
proportionate
that?
yarn stripes. So, you guys, I can't even.
That's gonna be
I actually
that's
feel
gonna-
like I want to crank these up before we go and make them
Yeah.
because
Totally
I want to
agree.
see.
Totally agree.
So this is
I
a
support that.
75-25 merino nylon, 425 meters sock yarn with such a fun story behind it. So that's sort of what we're getting with this yarn club. It's it's very personal and fun and lighthearted, and I just think that's really cool. And so these colors are, I believe, exclusive to the club for maybe a year, and then she does give you guys a chance to get them. I love this color palette that she has going on.
Okay, someone requested. Yes, I can totally.
Don't you love it?
Yeah, I'm gonna show.
So that's kind of a digital version of what to expect. But of course, the yarn is always better in yarn, right? But that's the thickness of the stripes. And you've got a little gray separating. Like,
I
what
can't.
a fun idea.
I can't even.
So I'm sort of on the fence about joining clubs and wonder what it would be like. I thought it would be fun to share that because they're just so creative over there.
Okay, this post is from Jerry for our mom.
Aw.
She loves animals. Look at.
She loves animal videos too. Oh, that's so cute.
All our dogs and cats need little crochet.
Listen, a crochet sweater for your tiny dog is going to take you a day.
Okay, speaking of crochet sweaters.
I just about choked. I know.
Why did you just about choke?
Well, because I took
Too big of
a
a
swig
sip?
of my coffee and then you said speaking and I was like, oh, yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
was just going to.
You guys, the sweater we talked about last time, the pullover version of this granny square, she now has a cardigan.
I think this is.
Let me tell you
I
the
thought
name
I
of it.
wanted to knit the pullover with Jethro, I think.
It's coming next week.
Okay.
The Jethro. Oh my gosh.
She's naming them after classic rock. The other one was Fleetwood. I
And
think
this
this
palette.
is so cute. I can't even how cute this is. Am I a granny if I want to knit a granny square sweater? I
No.
don't think so.
No.
No way.
No.
I think making that would be so much fun. Like the actual process. I think I'm more of a product knitter. That's why I like you know, I did this ranunculus so that I could get it off my needles fast. I really wanted to wear it, but
So
that
this,
one might be like a process and a product for me.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
So this next work, the next one is by Boyland Knitworks,
Ooh, that's pretty.
who is
Caitlin Hunter.
Caitlin Hunter. This came out in November, you guys, but it's so beautiful. It's called the Talkeetna sweater. Sorry, I couldn't. But isn't that beautiful?
It's really pretty. Yeah, I love the color work on that one.
I thought it was just gorgeous. I have so much fun, you guys. I have a little.
Couldn't agree more.
I have a saved file in. Look at this little vest with
Oh
this
my goodness, that cape.
gorgeous
wow.
babies. Do you think they're triplets?
Wow. Oh my goodness. I can't even.
Okay, let me just see what else I have. That might be. Oh, this.
Oh my gosh. I've never seen
Coming very soon.
from Fiber Tales.
Fiber Tales. It might not be size inclusive because it's a Norwegian. Looks like it's a Norwegian
But
pattern.
maybe not. I don't know.
But just to show
to
you the
see.
beauty of this yoke,
Oh my god.
This
that's
is called-
so pretty.
the Paracon.
And it looks like
sweater.
Is that mini skeins maybe?
I don't
Or
know,
a
but
color changing yarn?
they're fading.
That's
it.
gorgeous.
Isn't that beautiful? That's coming soon, you guys. But I just thought this
Wow.
was so beautiful.
It's got a kind of an open kind of boat necky look.
Just color inspiration, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I purchased some yarn.
Did you?
And apparently I had stripes. This is crazy.
Stripes on the
I had
brain.
stripes on the brain. I ordered these like 10 days apart, but they just kind of showed up at the same time. Our pal Christina, who's the cozy knitter.
This is beautiful.
Isn't this so
Yeah.
nice?
Tan and pink and red go so beautifully
Kind
together.
of a butterscotchy color, and then she's got a bunch of like raspberry and a rosy pink. This is really pretty. She actually had this on DK.
Ellie, we're podcasting.
Right. Can it, dog? She had this on DK. It was sold out. So then I thought, do I want the color or do I want the DK? So I purchased her regular sock, which is amazing. It's an 80/20 superwash merino nylon. You get a quite a lot of yarn here too. Like I think it might be.
Does it say?
It's a 30-gram mini and 85 grams of the stripes is how she does it.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, she's an awesome Canadian dyer and does beautiful colors. And she did a custom one for us one year, which was so amazing.
I forgot about
Maybe
that.
we'll have to reach out again and see if that's interesting to her. But her colors are beautiful, and I just thought that was really snazzy, right?
Actually, it was on the table the other day. It caught my eye. I thought it was really beautiful.
I think so too. And
Yeah.
it's not I think it's maybe a little bit of a unexpected combination, but so beautiful.
Yeah.
And then our friend Stephanie over at Scrumptious Pearl had new East or spring colors. This one's called Hello Spring.
It's beautiful.
Come on.
Wow. I love that neon.
What?
Yeah. It has
Kind of a
soft and
greeny-
neon.
Yeah. With a beautiful dove gray.
Mm.
That sucked me in. I was like,
Of
listen,
course.
listen, I
Of
know I am
course.
completely addicted to self-striping yarn. I am. It's like something, like what's one thing you buy that you know you don't need and you have a lot of, but it's like, I can't resist.
Self-striping.
But like even like other things in life, I don't know what that would be like, but listen, it's a joyful thing. I love it. I was thinking maybe this would be my sock to take on our trip because it's kind of green.
It's not green. Well, kind of limey
Well,
green.
I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah. I
this
see.
one is.
Yeah, I see it.
I don't know.
Listen, it's
I don't
whatever brings you
know.
happiness. If that's going to bring you happiness,
Add to cart.
totally.
And I have, this is one of their classic colors over at Scrumptious Pearl. And I remember purchasing this years ago, and then I gave it away as a gift because I thought it would be such a great gift. So I've never knit with it. This is called Come Sail Away.
Come sail away. Come sail.
And also the base they use is an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It makes really plump, squishy socks. I love.
Don't give me a 75-25 for a sock.
Well, it's just different.
I could use that for a shawl, but
Well,
don't give it to me for
lots
a...
of people. It's funny because people.
You get more yardage on
You do.
75-25.
You do.
I prefer the
The
fabric
80-20.
on an 80-20. Yeah.
I would say the same thing if I was.
The
But these are
75-25.
the big balls,
Yeah,
stripey, beautiful, and I can't believe they hand wind this stuff. This is nuts. This is nuts. It's beautiful, but
So much work. Leave it in a skein.
so much work.
Do one or two for your photos, but then just put it in a skein.
I mean, I just can't get over how much. Anyway, love Canadian dyers, and I got a special Easter egg in my order.
Did you open it?
Yes.
Is there a
There's
stitch marker?
discount.
No.
Yes, for your next order.
Are you serious?
I'm totally serious. So
Not
these
chocolate?
are all, you guys, these are all self-striping Canadian dyers.
There's a theme.
Did not plan it like that. Do you want any of these?
No. They're ugly. No. They're fingering. I'd
you
rather
want?
not. No. They're all gorgeous.
Okay. Do you want me to make you socks out of any of them?
Are you feeling guilty?
Not in the least.
Okay, good. I can't with the sweater, you guys.
I know. Isn't it nice to have such a cozy,
It feels so cozy.
such a cozy sweater? We had an amazing parcel arrive. Literally the last time we podcasted.
Okay.
Remember, we went upstairs and it was
did.
on the doorstep. Okay, let me show you really quickly. So,
You don't have to rush.
Sorella yarn.
Right.
So when we went to Flock Fiber Festival last year, we saw this beautiful booth. There were so many people in it, but they had a wall of like mini skeins. It was like the crayon factory. Like it was all gradient, all colors.
Don't remember that.
It was so beautiful. And I didn't realize it at the time, but that was their first show. They're out in the Pacific Northwest. Flock was their first show. Look how cute this box is that arrived.
Listen, that is no joke.
You've got to go check out Sorella Yarn website. It is really, really cute. Ashley is the
I'm just
dyer.
pulling them up on Instagram. I have something coming from UPS tomorrow. Just
Oh, do
FYI.
you? That's exciting. So like I said, they had all these mini skeins and stunning colors, like colors that you could I just thought to myself, I could knit a sweater in all of those colors. So here are some of her mini sets. She releases collections. This was the spring collection. So you can go to the website and check it out. There are these mini sets available. This one is called Cafe. How cute is that? And then this one is called La Galerie. That's really moody and pretty. Really pretty. And then this one is called Riviera. A little fresh, greeny blue action. I love it. I think she's really good at naming things. And you can also buy on her website herbal teas. She had a mint one. This one's called La Vie en Rose. It's strawberry, cranberry, currants, and rosebuds. And then it's got a little hot tea, cold tea thing happening on the back. It's herbal and fruits, and it smells. Did I open it? I was gonna give it. I think I was gonna give it away.
It's not opened.
Well, if you would drink it, we can open it. No,
I'm not. Herbal's not my go-to.
Yeah,
It's
I
gross.
actually, it's not gross.
No, it's
Actually,
not.
every time I do drink it, I think to myself, why don't I drink this stuff
know.
more?
Should drink one in the evening.
When I was sick, I drank mint tea all week.
Gross.
No, it's not gross.
Yeah, it
I
is.
actually love it. You don't like mint tea?
No.
I love it. Love it.
Do you
It's
put milk and sugar?
sometimes. Yeah, usually. Jodi, if only we could read the bubble above Jodi's head. Ew.
Yeah.
And they also, so Sorella Yarn makes their own wool wash. How cute is that? With little instructions on the side, how to wash and care for your knits. I love
that.
the branded packaging.
Don't get it on your bare skin.
Look how cute.
Just kidding.
We're not responsible for any rashes you may get.
Oh,
No.
that's a cute bottle.
Seriously, and it's called French linen. I think I'll keep this because
Why?
because I worry about shipping things that might explode. No?
No.
Okay, fine. I'll give it away. Anyway, no, I would like to give it away for sure.
Yeah, and I usually just put it in a plastic bag.
Okay.
So if it explodes,
good.
it explodes.
This smells like
It's on
French
you now.
lemon. I'm sure it's going to smell amazing. But Ashley asked if we would like to see her spring collection, and I said I would love to because I remember your booth from Flock, and it was that moment where it was like, okay, we're gonna have to come back here. There's a bunch of people, and we never did.
I just want to talk a little bit about the twist. Let me just do it on a light one.
Okay.
So obviously there's different twists and plies and things when it comes to yarn, but I just want to talk about this for a second. It is a beautifully twisted, this is going to be a springy, bouncy, gorgeous fabric, and I'm going to show you the difference. But look at the twist on that.
So is it an 80-20 also? It is.
And
80-20.
just because it's 80-20 doesn't mean the twist is going to be, because I'm going to show you the twist on my DK.
Right.
It's quite different. This is a bit of, I'm guessing a little bit looser where you see the plies more. This fabric
You might even have more plies.
is going
Jodi.
to be stunning. It's going to be a little bit of a bouncier, beautiful. This is a beautiful base she's using.
Yeah. I love it too. And I mean,
Yeah.
there's 5 mini skeins, 100 grams of yarn. They're 20 grams each. These are something that also are like completely addictive, collectible. Right? Like buying
don't know what you
buy
mean.
mini packs and have no idea what you're going to do with
I don't
them.
know what you're talking about.
I think you could, these are gorgeous for, you know, people use color changing yarn a lot for color work in yolks now. You can get such a similar effect by changing up some tonal minis like this. This would look amazing.
You will not believe what I'm showing next in relation to what you just said.
Okay.
This is stunning. Thank you
It
so much
is.
for sharing.
So thank you, Ashley, and your team and all of it. I just can't get over how fun and cute everything
Do you know
is.
what I actually love?
We'll
that
do a great giveaway.
Yeah,
Or
great
pop
giveaway.
them in our prizes, our Cal
with
prizes.
the pink bag?
Yeah, that'd be really fun. That would be really fun.
So the nice thing that she's doing that I think is really awesome is that she's paired things like her tea and her homemade wool wash,
Yeah.
and she's made kind of like a brand for herself, and it's not just yarn. I love
Right,
I love
me
it
too.
all.
All things that knitters like.
Yeah.
I just want to quickly also say, and this is it, she has a new collection dropping, I believe, April 5th. It's called is
Look.
it called the Library Collection?
Look.
She's taken inspiration
Hang
from
on.
books.
I'm doing it on my iPad.
Books.
This needs the big guns.
And there's colors coming related to popular fiction. Most of them I think are fiction. They're so beautiful. I know you love to read. I know you love to knit. Why not get some yarn that's, you know, made up from a book inspo?
Look.
Isn't that fun?
But let's just take a look. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Look how beautifully curated her Instagram
Yeah.
feed is.
That's what I mean. The booth was very eye-catching.
Look
And
at-
I would see that was like the booth, the
Yeah.
whole thing. And I would never believe it was their first show because
Right.
the booth was so gorgeous.
This is her.
Gorgeous but simple, right? Like it was not complicated, but it was stunningly beautiful. Anyway,
Too bad she's ugly.
what is wrong with you?
Just kidding. She's stunning.
Anyway, so creative and fun, and I love the idea of the inspiration from books and inspiration from spring and all that stuff.
She has 60,000 followers on Instagram.
That's awesome. Well, that's awesome. Okay, some of those books, Jodi, we've read.
No, a lot of these books we've read.
First Lie Wins, Fourth Wing,
Lessons
read
in
it, read it.
Chemistry.
Lessons in Chemistry. I just finished that on Apple TV Plus. It was really good.
Maybe we'll get a
it was
few
really good.
recommendations from her. Clearly,
Right.
she's a reader.
The Fourth Wing color's really pretty. I mean, they're all really pretty, but I loved this soft speckle. It was really gorgeous.
Oh, that's really beautiful.
So thank you for being so generous to the podcast. That's really, really lovely. People are going to love receiving
Okay, just a sec.
such beautiful sets. And herbal tea. And wool wash.
Can you take a picture of that rainbow inspo sweater that we used last night? Please. Okay, so baby sweater. We talked about last
We
time.
did. We were
that
throwing so many ideas
We were talking
around.
about color, wondering what I should knit, gender neutral. You came up with the idea of a rainbow in the
I
yoke.
did. I think rainbows are the best. Like,
Do you
classic.
remember the sweater I have that's Shipwreck.
Yeah.
Shipwreck by Sweet Fiber. And then I did my own 3 rows per color of Tanis Fiber Arts mini set.
Yes, Jodi, I do. Because it's one of my favorite sweaters you've ever knit. Bring it to Ireland.
It's so good.
It
Okay,
looks
here.
so good on you.
Look.
Yeah, totally, Jode.
So this was the sweater, and if you can imagine, it's raglan, so you kind of get that.
You knit the Cozy Classic Raglan by Jessie May.
Yeah, so it gets, if it's a raglan, it's not the round, so it kind of gets, which I love.
You get the V shape on the stripes.
Yes. So here's where I'm at.
Love.
So what I did was I took inspiration from the color palette I used before.
From something you already did. And those were all Tanis Fiber Arts minis. That was a set.
That was her signature classic mini set.
Right.
If anyone's looking for these. They're tonal. They're a tiny bit speckled. They're beautiful.
Little bit of neon. Like she kind of did. She's such a color freak.
Beautiful.
She loves her rainbows.
So what I did was I grabbed
in a good, best way.
the colors that I thought would go well together, and I'm going to do them in a rainbow order. I'm going to do them in a very similar order to hers.
Are you doing it just the yoke? Or you're going to do past the sleeve separation a little bit?
I don't know. It depends.
It depends how, because you're not going to be able to get a million colors in on a tiny baby sweater.
Do you think one round would look weird? One
you may
stripe?
not like it.
You know what I should do? Swatch.
I mean, micro stripes are awesome.
Yeah, it might just melt into each other and make this really pretty.
I think that's a great idea for one kind of look, and then you could do the other one too. Is beautiful.
I'm thinking at least 2 rounds per color, maybe.
I would say that.
So here's what I'm thinking. Cape
That's
Cod Blue
so
is the darker
pretty.
one, and Sky High over here.
Love it.
What is your first thought?
This one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
This was our first choice.
They're
But
both
then,
beautiful.
Then Jordan pulled out this one. I think it's going to be that one. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what I thought I would do is have everything in a bag,
Where you
ready
can't
to
tell.
go. Needles. No, like just all my project ready for the airplane.
Right,
And I'll pass it
yes.
on when we get on the. It might be. Could it be done by the time we get to Ireland? I guess if I don't sleep.
Right.
But that's what I think I'm going to do. Have everything ready to go and have my pattern.
It depends. What size are you going to make?
Little.
So this baby's being born when?
June.
So you want a sweater for like October-ish.
So 3 to 6 months maybe.
At least, yeah. Or 6 to 9. And then it would get
Right.
them through the winter.
Maybe 6 to 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But that would be awesome and still very quick to knit, Jodi. Anything like that little
I'll
is
put
so cute.
all my needles. I'll put it on the go.
I think you should knit. Okay. Yes.
And a matching
Yay.
hat.
Already. Yes. Like I don't think you should stop at the sweater. And I think socks where the leg is ribbed rainbow and then just little blue feet. Isn't that so fun to do this stuff? And like you'll never even see it.
I don't even know this baby, but it's
Right.
so fun.
It's just so much fun to create this little
Yes.
moment for the family.
I
And
love that.
chances are, I mean, I hope there's a knitter in their world, but maybe not. I think a hat
This is
and
Maddie's
socks
favorite, yeah.
would be the cutest.
Well, here's the thing. I think this will be pretty quick. This might be my art like this, and I'll bring a hat.
Right.
I don't think I'm going to bring a
Somebody in
sweater.
the WhatsApp group said, oh, well, they'll be knitting whatever the classes are. And I mean, our first day, we go to a yarn shop. So I would bring in this. You need an emergency hat. I think you'll finish a hat. I think you'll finish this and finish a hat and not have anything to knit on the way home. Unless you buy a ball of yarn when we're there.
I'm anticipating buying. I would really love to buy a sweater quantity of yarn and knit an Ireland sweater.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't imagine.
I would like some DK tweed.
You know what I'd like to do is grab some yarn, you guys, and bring back to show you guys
Yeah,
some yarn we're not familiar with.
definitely.
So that's what.
It's gorgeous. I love your idea. I love your colors.
Yeah.
I love Cape Cod blue.
I think that's a nice choice.
I do too, Jodi.
And
What a
there's-
fun project.
And obviously, color doesn't have a gender. but a lot of people think of when they think of just blue or just pinks to be either boy or girl. So I think there's a really good mix of all
That's
of it.
why I think rainbow's so great.
That was the
Rainbows are like universal.
brilliant suggestion. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I just thought of it. I thought of a rainbow. I've never seen it.
No, suggested it.
Maybe Jodi, your sweater is stuck in the back of my brain, and that's where it came out because I love it so much. Yeah.
Tanis, I remember when we saw her at Knit City, Vancouver.
Yeah.
She had a blanket kit to make, you know, her gorgeous, her logo.
Yes.
There was a pattern for it, but the main color yarn, like the border was cream or white.
Yeah.
I didn't need all that yarn, but I fell in love with her.
The mini set.
And it was DK. So I thought, you probably gave him the ideas, just a couple of stripes to make it.
No, that was all you.
Yeah.
You came and I was like, I love that. I want to do
Lynn,
that.
do you
Lynn
live
says
in
what?
Cape Cod? No. Lynn.
And Nantucket. What?
That is my daughter's like end all bucket list.
Trip?
Yeah. Nantucket, Cape Cod.
Maddie or Jordan?
Jordan.
Really?
Yeah. Actually,
Well, that's easy to make happen.
Maddie's now looking into.
Do you want these rainbow buttons?
No. Thank
How
you.
cute are these?
They're so cute.
You guys got those at Stash Lounge in Calgary. Who can say no to a rainbow? Those are cute buttons.
Madison now wants to take a year abroad somewhere in like the Netherlands or something.
Wow.
Like
That would be
getting
awesome.
a work experience. Like getting
How
like
do you do that?
there she's looking all into it.
Good for her.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
She would love the Netherlands.
And she doesn't have to go by herself, but is totally like, I'm doing this. Like is not planning with anybody else.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's exciting. And then her auntie and her mom
Like
will
a
have
work
to go
visa.
visit her.
Yes.
Okay, something that came in the mail a little while ago, and I loved, and I'm sure I haven't shared this. John Arbon yarn, you guys.
We've their yarn.
shared and used John Arbon yarn. It is like beautiful mill yarn. They have this book. This is their annual, or the third annual, their issue. It is stories about the mill, photography. There's a crossword. Like, it's funsies for knitters. And there's so many patterns in here using their yarn.
Is that a chart? Is it the giant?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That's beautiful. That's huge.
Now, our local yarn shop, the Fiber Nook, carries John Arbon yarn.
We loved. I knit Shayna a hat out of that.
It's gorgeous.
It was gorgeous.
I loved every stitch. And they're, I don't know, would you say similar to that Bichet Bouche where
Yes.
they've got a YouTube channel. You should go check out their YouTube channel. But there was a mill tour and where they like blended the yarn and then in the wool and then it spun and stuff like that. So beautiful patterns.
Oh, that's really
Isn't that
beautiful.
pretty?
Yeah, yeah.
And I love their gorgeous woolly wool. There's some really beautiful patterns in here. Look at that shawl. That would
it looks
be
like
so
patchwork.
fun
Yeah.
to knit. Knit a little piece, pick up and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. I hope it's not sewing. I'm pretty sure it's not. Anyway, little bios of everybody that works at the mill. Oh my gosh. Jack's caramel walnut brownie recipe.
Those look good.
Like, it's a really comprehensive, beautiful book. And
I'm
it
hungry.
just showed up. So thank you. I don't know how it got here. But how lucky are we? A chat with Marie Wallen. Wow.
Is Marie in Scotland?
No, I think she's English.
English. She's English. Right.
They do an open mill weekend every year. You can go tour the mill. How
would
fun
love
would
that.
that be? Anyway, it's a gorgeous magazine, and thank you for sending it. This apple door yarn, I loved it. So they're in Devon, designed, blended, and spun at our mill in Devon, UK.
Nice.
So I really hope to one day be able to see that. We had so much fun at a mill. It's been like, and I'm sure every mill is different, but
It was very cool. I had never experienced that.
Oh my
it
God,
was
it was so
amazing
good.
to see.
Love it. So I'm sure you can probably still go to their website and grab one of these for yourself. What a great book. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything. I feel like you should bake the brownies, then sit down
and read the book
with your yarn and find out what you want to knit and read about everything. That's what
Do you know what I
should
was
do.
thinking? When she, like the Netherlands, that's a region, right? Like
It's
like
a country.
Okay, so no, like what do they call it when it's like Sweden and Finland and
Oh, like,
Nordic? No.
yes, that would be Nordic.
Like
that area.
Like what do they call like all those areas? Is there like it's not UK obviously, but like
well,
yes. But like when you
I don't know what that's called. What
refer to
Amsterdam-
yeah,
what
okay.
Netherlands would be part of. I'm not sure what that would be called.
Scandinavia, that's it, right? I couldn't think of the word.
Linda.
I was thinking of like if that's kind of where she's looking. It's not might not be where she ends up, but I was thinking
It's similar to weather to Canada.
you
Or
could-
like,
you could like say my daughter's here,
Right.
And then there could be like knitters that like like could look like if Maddie was an emergency,
we need an emergency contact list. Who lives here?
right? Like
Because
I just
we
feel
know
like
the knitters will take care of
there's
Maddie.
friends all over the world,
Right,
right? So it
right.
was like anyway,
Yeah.
Scandinavia.
If
thank
Maddie
you.
needs someone to bail her out,
right? When
who
she,
do we call?
Anyway.
She won't. She won't.
Okay, we have a book.
Yeah, we did.
It's a really new, beautiful book. It's Veronica Lindberg's brand new book. It's called Knit This. We do have to preface this. It's to say that it's not very size inclusive for the larger ladies.
Right.
So I was having trouble finding, what I like for ease and sweater fit. But we do want to say this is a really beautiful book.
It is a very beautiful book. And this is one of my favorite YouTube channels. I love
Yeah.
watching her. She's a beautiful designer. Wow, she puts out so many beautiful videos and
Yeah.
really brings you into her design world, which is very interesting, I think. And the patterns are gorgeous. The sizing's kind of all over the place in this
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
So
There's some of the sweaters that have a gorgeous large amount of ease that's really oversized. So I'm sure you can find sizes that way.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're looking for the oversized fit in the larger
Isn't that one cute?
sizes, you probably will have trouble.
yeah, that's good to know. I don't want anybody to
No.
get the book and think, excuse me, I can't knit my size here. So it's
There's also embroidery on the knits, you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that first pattern. Let me just. There's hats, there's sweaters. Oh, look at the embroidery.
really beautiful. I think she's a beautiful designer.
This cover is amazing.
Yeah.
But look at this back one. I just want to find it so you guys have a bigger. This caught my eye.
The colorwork one definitely
This
caught my eye.
There's like color blocking.
Yeah. Actually, the colorwork one, I should say, I think it went up to 46 inches or something
Yeah.
like that. Just so people understand. But then there's one in there that goes to 64 inches. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh, that's.
it's
really
kind
cool.
of all over the place, just so you know.
Oh, look, there's little skull
Isn't that
heads.
beautiful?
There's little skull heads, you guys.
That's a cool
Do you
one.
see that? I love that.
I think the book itself is so pretty.
This book is so
And it's a lovely
beautiful.
size if you're going to knit and take your...
This is it.
Yeah, that's it. It's really gorgeous. I love her color palette.
Yeah.
She's literally someone, I feel like when I look at her, she knits and all of a sudden there's a sweater. Like she's so fast. She does a lot of travel vlogging. She knit an amazing wedding dress for herself. She just had her first baby. That's
She loves
So
cats.
cute.
I want to find the bobble sweater to show you guys because it's spectacular.
And it's got lace too. I
this
love
one is
that sweater.
really beautiful. Look at that. That's the lace pattern work on the yoke. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, gorgeous.
This is really beautiful. We do have this in our shop right now.
She does like to knit things with big fluffy yarn. Like I feel like she likes that bigger gauge too.
Mitts.
Cute.
That's really beautiful. Let me find that bobble sweater.
She does everything. Cardigans, pullovers, color work.
The
The hats are gorgeous.
The cardigan is called Lazy Cat Sweater.
What?
Lazy Cat Cardigan. Oh, here's the bobbles. Hold the phone.
Oh yeah, that's so pretty. Bobbles, yes to bobbles. Look at that. That looks same idea as the little yarn overs that were on the
So beautiful.
sweater I just did. That's really pretty. So that one specifically goes up to
59 inches is the finished bust.
right. So no ease is included in that.
Yeah. So yes, there are some bigger sizes, but if you're looking for extra, maybe the extra ease built in, you might not find it on every single pattern here. So it's definitely for up to mid. Anyway, we just thought it was beautiful.
If you have any questions before you purchase the book, you can email us.
Yeah. You can find the patterns on Ravelry, not for sale, but I believe you can find the book there so you can see all the, let me just see.
And it's 21 patterns in the book.
That's a lot.
A book is always such a good value, isn't it?
What's her name?
Veronica Lindberg, but Kika, I think is what she goes by. Kutova Kika is her YouTube channel. She does so much content. Like
Actually, I
that's,
think I looked on here and it's not.
what?
Veronica Lindberg.
It's not what?
It wasn't on here.
Her book in Ravelry? Oh, okay.
Okay. Veronica Lindberg. There we go. Yeah, it's not on here, but she's got a ton of patterns that are. Oh, just a minute.
Oh, she's got so many patterns.
Oh, you guys can buy every one of these patterns separately on Ravelry.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
So just so you know,
then you can see the sizing yourself there. So
Yeah.
that's great. You can look up every design.
so every one of these are single patterns available
Because
on
the book
Ravelry.
came out, I want to say like a year ago, maybe.
Yeah.
It took a while for it to get to us here in Canada, into the publishing,
Okay.
into our like wholesaler. But because we just thought she was a beautiful designer, we wanted to have this book available in the shop.
Yeah.
And we hadn't really seen it in person yet. So
Room to bloom with all those beautiful embroideries.
I think the
so-
knitters, I feel like you need to go check out her YouTube channel. You're going to love seeing her design life and all of that stuff.
Oh, this is her. I didn't
Yeah.
know.
She's so creative and
Color block stripes.
is that the dress?
That's the sweater.
Oh, because she knit a dress like to her knees in that, like that.
Wow. This
Yeah.
one is called Stripe Hype Sweater.
That's awesome.
Okay. So yeah, beautiful book.
We've been showing a lot of books lately. Is it like spring? I don't know. There's a lot of amazing books coming. We got one in the mail from a Canadian sock designer, Julianne Leboutillier. She's Julianne Knitter. And she published, or she's had her first sock book published. It's so cute. Knit a Box of Socks. She is a wonderful sock designer. You can follow her all over on Instagram. The patterns are so cute. She gives you some tutorials at the end for cast-ons and bind-offs and Kitchener stitch, grafting, that kind of stuff.
Look at
So
her sheep.
it's for the sock lovers. You're
Look
gonna
at the
love
sheep
it.
socks.
Yeah. So and the fence, that's so cute.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's really, really cute. I
Beautiful.
believe where does she live? She's somewhere in Eastern Canada. The book is really beautiful. It's got big charts, really easy to read font, tons of patterns. She's actually giving you instructions on toe up and cuff down socks. So you're going to
This is a brand new book.
brand new book. It just recently came out. She gives you lots of tips on sizing and all of that kind of stuff. So that's great. Look at that.
It says she's a knit teacher, a quilter, and a book lover.
Ooh, love it. So thank you, Julianne, for sending your new book. How exciting is that? There's 24 patterns in this book. That's a ton of sock knitting.
I just want to see.
That's like 2 years of sock knitting if you do 1 pair a month.
You can find it on Amazon
Great.
if you're looking to buy the book.
There's some like DK socks in here. She's really got a great variety of things happening.
Just a minute. Let's do this again. I'm gonna show you guys the video. Oh, the rainy ones are cute.
Aren't they cute?
Yeah.
So we love being able to shout out such a fun book from...
Oh, the watermelon are cute.
Yeah.
Sprinkles. Oh, more. Jeez, there's a lot of patterns in
I
there.
think she has twins too. If this is I'm sure who I'm thinking of. So she's a mom with busy
Well,
and
she's
also
called Twin Stitches Designs.
Oh, well there you go.
That's cute. Cute, cute, cute.
Yeah, gorgeous. You can get that book. It is out.
That's it for me.
Yeah, me too. It's so beautiful. This book is great. So it says here $25 US on the back. So that's a US terms, that's $1 a pattern.
Wow, you guys.
Like, come on. Can't get a better.
It's a beautiful book.
It is a beautiful book. And it's nice and soft cover. You can pop it in your project bag and off you go.
She has a YouTube channel as well, you guys, so you might want to check her out there.
She does?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what someone said.
okay. Instagram does not show me all the people I follow anymore. Certainly not all the knitting. I get lots of other things these days, and I'm not a fan. Anyway, so what's on your agenda today?
Our agenda is, do you know what's funny? Those Glossier lip glosses.
Yeah. The Ultra Lip? Yeah.
I put them in my cart
Yeah.
because I knew in 2 weeks I should have them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I checked out because I can't find an email. So I'm going to go to Sephora today.
Good idea.
Yeah.
They have, they're hit and miss, but hopefully they have. Did you check online if they've, like if you go to the Sephora app, you can check stores.
Yeah.
And then like maybe you should go to Southgate or maybe you should go to West Edmonton. That new one I think is open by.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Then I'm going to go there.
Yeah.
I said South Common because I want to be able to drive up to it and not go in a mall.
Yeah.
That's huge. I'll drive an extra 15 minutes to get to that.
Right.
Yeah, if I don't have to go into a mall.
Me too. The mall's the
Yes.
worst. I have a doctor's appointment, and like I said, I'm going to make a nice dinner, and I'm going to get my packing started.
Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
It's kind of a free day for me.
Good.
This never happens before I travel. Work seemed to get wrapped up really easily. I pop into work on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then you guys.
In the morning, I have work tomorrow. But tomorrow afternoon is packing, organizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're getting organized.
Don't forget to get all your needles ready for classes and stuff that we need.
Yeah, you did send me that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. God, this
I was
smells
gonna
so good.
I was gonna get one of those Coco Knits project folder things to travel with, but I think they sold out. Everybody loved them, so.
I think I have one left. I'll give it to you.
No. We'll let somebody else have it. But it's perfect for this kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, our cruise journal came. Our embossed cruise journal book came.
And?
Lovely.
Good. Great.
Only 50 of them came, but I'm sure the other ones are on the way.
Okay.
You guys,
That's
this
exciting.
was fun. This is going to throw me off Tuesday. It's just going to feel weird.
But it was great. I'm glad we came. We both had sweaters to share. And
I don't feel rushed either.
No, I feel really good. I hope everybody has lots of great things happening on their needles or hooks or whatever it is you're doing with your time.
We'll see you in...
We'll be back in a month, I would think.
Yeah.
We will only miss one.
Yeah, we're going to skip one. So we'll be
Yeah.
back the week of the 25th.
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll see how we're feeling
But if you
and
make
how work is and all that stuff.
totally. If you
But
make
chances are.
we hope to be doing lots of little videos we'll save
Yeah,
to a little
totally. Little Instagram live, we hope.
yeah. We'll kind of take you with us and do little videos of things we see. And
We would love Irish travel tips.
yeah.
Anywhere.
Thank you to everybody who reached out.
Yes, we got some fun emails.
We did.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like, what? I can't believe this is happening.
Star, thank you
So-
for being here, of course.
And BJ, thank you for the
BJ.
show notes.
That's been, I swear, these two women who support us here, I can't even.
I just
Yeah.
talk
We're
about
grateful.
feeling guilty. I do. I mean, I feel like
We're grateful.
so grateful, and you guys never have to do this, but the gratitude and how much we adore you, and it means like your generosity. It means so much. It really does. It's such a help. I can't even tell you. And you guys know we adore you. We tell you all the time.
Okay.
Anyway,
That's it. I hope I'm not forgetting anything, but I think that's it.
last chance.
No, that's it. That's it.
Don't forget, small fry scarf is out tomorrow. You guys
Yeah.
are going to want to knit it for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I could see myself making a fuzzy one, something with soft mohair.
Gorgeous.
I'm also ready to get back. The next sweater I cast on, I used to think the next sweater, and now I think 2 sweaters ahead. I know what's coming up next. And it's in Kate's green.
Oh, wow.
Fingering and mohair
I
from
see
Frankie
it.
Gray.
Oh, my God.
I've already swatched. I've already picked my pattern.
Look at you.
So whether my space time is done or not, that's getting cast on when we get back.
15 and a half stitch gauge flew off my needles.
Good. Yeah, no, the pattern I'm doing, you guys are going to love.
Okay.
I've wanted to do it forever. You guys, thank you for all the
Okay.
well wishes.
Bye-bye.
We will take you with us. Have a great month. We will reach you right back here.
Yeah.
1 month. Mwah. Love you.